The following podcast contains naughty language and ridiculous situations. Listener discretion is advised.
I have a headache and I wish I was dead. Let's get on with this. Welcome to Trick or Treat Radio.
Welcome all you little zombies. You're listening to Trick or Treat Radio, starring the Deadites.
Welcome to episode 308 of Trick or Treat Radio. Trick or Treat Radio is a phantasmagorical spin kick straight through the heart of pop culture, navigated by the Deadites. The Deadites are the world's greatest electroshock band. We destroy monsters, we drink booze, we win championship belts, and there's no sugarcoat in this one, boys. We also watch shitty movies. MZ can disavow all knowledge of picking this one. Because he wasn't here last week.
No, but I'm here this week. Hi, everybody.
That
Yes.
said, I would rather watch that fucking movie than go to Maine. Even for 1 hour.
So let me quickly get to what we're doing, and then maybe we'll check with MZ and see how many restraining orders he has against him. But this week, we are going to be discussing the film A Taste of Phobia, a new horror anthology from our friends over at, well, maybe not our friends after this review, over at Artsploitation Films. And then, Raven Shadow's here.
Hey.
And then, well, he was here. He had to go brush his teeth and his hair and stimmy dent and get all. Did you powder your nose too? Oh, look at the pose. He struck a pose. That was like the Bret Hart, like. Did you guys see that? He was like,
Did you afro pick your beard?
Yeah. Couple of lines. It's fun.
couple of lines.
Can we change his name to Enzo Annoye?
Yes. And I'm springing this on all these guys, but we're also going to get a little in depth. We're going to tell our innermost secrets, and we're going to reveal our greatest phobias.
Oh, okay.
I have a fucking discography
I
about
thought a different kind of secret.
Well, wait, would you rather do something else, Raven Shadow?
No.
All right.
apparently, Creepy Girl cast you as the most handsome person on the planet. It was weird.
Yeah. I did see that.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeremy Sisto's not the most handsome. Come on.
He's a good-looking guy, though.
Comparatively speaking.
He's a good-looking guy.
Okay.
And he had a run going on in horror, and all of a sudden that stopped, which kind of sucked.
Yeah.
I do like Jeremy Sisto. Then he did that
You like
TV show. I forget the name of it.
And then he dyed his hair platinum and sang that thong song.
Yes.
Would you cast me as Charlie Day?
No, would you cast Charlie Day as
As me,
Mars?
right.
As
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Like
Why not?
logically, not because you're lazy.
No, because you could both. You have the same. You have a similar voice.
Yeah.
When that photo we showed of him, I could picture him in your goggles on stage.
Mars has that voice once every 6 months.
No. Not necessarily that voice, but his overall voice itself.
My
No.
different voice.
No, but he can change. He's not always that. But I think it's brilliant casting. I think it's brilliant. He said he'll do it.
Okay. What else is he doing? Horrible Bosses 4?
Are you patting yourself on the back for that one, Raven Shadow?
All your casting was so good, and then
Yeah.
the feedback that I got from the people was that you just fell off a fucking cliff.
Why? I think it was good. It wasn't mean.
It was mean.
It wasn't mean.
It was meaner. It was not as mean as the person who called me the fat guy from Alice Sweet Alice.
I think that would have been outrageous. I think he could play Dynamo on stage.
I've never been that size.
Yeah, Charles Dynamo.
Yeah.
He's like Dominatrix size. He's very small.
Well, he's like he can buff up. He's like Christian Bale.
I would. No, he would not buff up.
He's like, what, 5'6"?
Yeah. Well, I mean, how tall is Dynamo?
5'10", right?
5'10".
5'11"?
Oh well, I mean, I thought Tom Cruise was fucking. I thought Sylvester Stallone was like 6'5" in fucking Rocky.
How tall is he?
A little bit shorter. I thought fucking Danny Trejo was 6'10".
6'10". 6'10". Come on.
And then we saw him at Rock and Shock. I'm like,
Yeah,
who's-
he's
I'm
like-
6'10" is Kane size.
well, I'm like,
Yeah.
who's that? Well, you ever see Desperado?
That's like Tyler Maine, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, who's that little kid with the mustache? Oh, look at him. He's so cute. I tied his shoes for him. Loop
He is like 5'2".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Danny Trejo?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a stout little dude.
But he's
Still
the-
wouldn't want to fuck with him.
Yeah,
No.
he's the real deal. He's
Yeah.
been in the poke and everything.
Yeah, just believing Sam Quentin.
Yeah.
It's a good thing
Him and Johnny Cash.
it's a good thing we let immigrants in this country, or we wouldn't have Danny Trio.
Yeah, well.
I don't want to talk about that shit.
Please don't.
I'm gonna start fucking swinging.
I'm so mad. I kind of cried a little bit today. Like it was just too fucking much. Well, sorry that I have fucking empathy for the fucking world.
No. I just don't want to see this turn into something.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all.
you don't
I
want
get what you're saying.
You don't want us to have a conversation that's out of your league. That's not about fucking Nazi rape movies. That's all you know.
Ilsa from the SS.
Yeah. That's too softcore for fucking Mr. Salty here.
We're getting a Space Force, though.
Yeah.
Voltron.
Space farce.
Maybe he's gonna send those kids to space. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna be them. But that's what he fucking his recruitment techniques is like the fucking Empire. or the fucking Crimson, whatever they are called now.
The Crimson what?
I thought I was gonna say Crimson God, but that's G.I. Joe.
Crimson Tide.
What's their fucking name? What's the Empire called now?
The New
The
Order.
New Order.
Yeah, the most ineffectual heroes.
Oh no, not the new.
It's the Order.
First
I think.
Order.
First
Yeah.
Order.
They fucking blew
New
that.
World Order.
I tried to watch Money in the Bank. It was maybe the worst wrestling show that I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen. Some
It
bad
wasn't the
ones.
worst. No,
It was fucking.
They've had
really
some
bad.
really bad ones.
Well, the
lately.
the
and this-
Ronda Rousey match was actually pretty good. I thought.
It was interesting. It was really. I'm surprised the way they booked it. To be
Well,
honest,
I mean, there were two ways to do it, and I don't know that you can like. I think they did it the right way because you want anyone, even though it's different than just any old wrestler because she has like some fighting credentials. You don't like just want everybody to come in and start fucking rolling through your roster, you know?
Sure, but you think that they might have built her up a little bit first before facing the champion in her first pay-per-view singles match?
Yeah.
But maybe her reputation precedes her, and they felt that they didn't need to build her up.
I felt the build of this match as an island, and I only know this from watching it on the pre-show. And
Yeah,
you know,
they
like I
show
watch
the
it.
package.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the first time that's happened, too. I mean, well, look at Texas Tornado versus Kurt Hennig. Well, I think it was Survivor Series where he won his very first match. He won the IC belt.
Well, Ronda didn't win.
Oh, she didn't.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
I guess I don't
Yeah.
have to watch the show. Thanks.
It was the Money in the Bank. So the winner of the Money in the Bank came and cashed in the Money in the Bank. So
I am hard pressed to imagine that any of those fucking.
It does add a chase element though,
Yeah.
which is interesting. But I agree. I thought they had a decent match, and then to have it ruined is just typical WWE shit. And
Well, I don't know that it necessarily was ruined. Like
I just hate screw job finishes. That's all.
yeah, but I mean, I mean, at some point, like.
You just have to not watch WWE if you don't.
Well,
like
no, I
them.
mean, at some point, I mean, wins and losses matter, though. Like, so if she taps out their big monster, the only monster they have on the roster,
Sure.
or she gets pinned, the minute she
Then-
flat out loses,
Yeah, no
the
one-
fucking honeymoon is over.
Yeah.
Like, it's shown, like, I don't care how famous she is, like, she'll have a little bit more interest, but if you look at Brock, Goldberg, The Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, as soon as these fucking holes are in the armor, like, it's fucking done. Like, it's a downhill from there, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Did you happen to watch the AJ Nakamura match?
Yeah, I fell asleep through it 3 times. It was fucking bad.
I actually thought it was better than their. Well, I don't know if I saw their last one, but it was better than their Mania one. I'll say that.
It's the same as the one where they had in Saudi Arabia. It's just they should be ashamed of themselves. They should be the 2 guys that are.
Well, they should be tearing it down. They should be competing with,
Yeah.
with Okada and Omega.
Are they
Especially
being
since
told
that-
to dumb it down?
I don't know.
Well, that's the style,
But there's something weird about the style right now that I feel like people are almost like on like fucking strike. Like they're just like doing. Like honestly, like I would be hard pressed to imagine anybody has any complaints about Rousey because I feel like she was a bumping selling motherfucker.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, that's the thing that most people said is she can't sell. What's she gonna do? And she was selling like crazy. I thought.
better than some fucking people like that have been there for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
almost too much. I thought.
I don't know if she meant to fall through the ropes at one point.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
But
yeah.
like she fucking, like the nat. If you didn't mean to, which I kind of believe it, because like she looked surprised as she was falling through.
Yeah.
The natural instinct is to get right back. Like because you're nervous and you get up and go back to your spot. But she fucking sold it. She stayed down there. Probably brought him over too, which also is brave. Like, I mean, I guess if you're Ronda Rousey, you don't fucking care what Vince has to say at the end of the day. But like, she seems allegedly.
She seems really eager to
Yeah,
do. Yeah.
she's very respectful, and she's just trying to be one of the roster. She's not trying to get over or, some. But where this booking works, where I think it's very good booking, is that it protects her a little bit win-lose. Because again, she can lose another title shot and not lose now.
Yeah.
And it puts her in a three-way with two very capable workers.
Yeah.
So, it gives her a little projector. I like it. And I didn't watch the main event yet, but
I didn't see the main event either.
fucking Sami Zayn, and they put that on a pay-per-view.
You know what? I must have tuned in late or something, or that was on the pre-show or something, because I missed a bunch of matches. I don't know what happened.
Holy fuck. It was just like fucking Bobby Lashley's finishing move is a suplex.
Yeah.
And as
and Sami Zayn's injured. He might be done for a long time.
what because of that?
No, apparently he had a nagging injury for a while, and then when he finally got it checked out, and apparently it's worse than they thought.
I think he's like, this is fucking bullshit. I'm a white meat babyface. Like, put me in a title hunt. Like
the shit that he was doing with Bobby Lashley was
it's
fucking
not getting
embarrassing.
over. Yeah, like it's just not working. Like he's just another fucking. He's like a nose hair away from like fucking Bo Dallas and. Like
Surprised
those
you said
guys.
nose
Like,
hair.
Yeah, almost. But like, so here's Bobby Lashley's finishing move. Okay, 2 minutes into the match, Bobby Lashley gives Sami Zayn a vertical suplex.
Holds him up for
3 minutes into the match, and I'm like, by the second time, I'm like, I feel like that's his finishing move. And I was with you guys know Little Tim. Yeah, I know you do. Like,
yeah, your son.
Yeah, one of my kids, right? And he was like, no. His finishing move is he holds his arm out straight. And I just and like does it one hand, and I fucking laughed. I was like, ha ha ha! And then he did it and pinned him. I'm like, that really is his fucking finishing move. He does like a one-arm suplex, which is fine. If
All that impact of one arm.
If you didn't do a regular suplex 3 times before that,
Yeah.
like that's just like I don't. It's like nobody told him how to wrestle. He went away to learn how to wrestle.
Why do you even watch this shit? I just don't get. I mean, you got all this New Japan stuff. You got Shikaro, whatever it is, Ring of Honor.
He
whatever
watches.
you watch.
He watches most of it.
Yeah,
but I just don't understand. I mean, when I hear you talk about the pay-per-views that the WWE is throwing out, majority of the time, a big majority of the time, it comes up way short of your expectations, or maybe it equals out to your
no,
expectations.
I think it's pretty. I mean,
you're so used to them sucking.
the opening
match
on this, or this.
I just don't understand why you give it even time.
Well, first of all, it's already paid for, so it's not. Like
I
that.
get that part of it,
And
but I mean,
second of all,
it just doesn't make any sense when
There's
you're
just-
using your time watching something so much better like New Japan.
well, it's the problem with watching New Japan readily is that most of my friends get up at 3:00 in the morning to watch it when like it's on or soon after. So if I'm gonna watch a pay-per-view with, or if I'm gonna watch some wrestling with somebody who, what we do is hang out and watch wrestling. That was like readily available. I was getting home just in time, and I was like, "Hey, why don't you come over and we'll finish off this beer and watch Money in the Bank?" And it was fine. I mean, we didn't really watch it like the Intercontinental match was fucking bizarrely good.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. That's one of the ones I didn't see.
Even
yet.
though I don't understand, I still don't. The babyface pulled the heels tights to win, and the commentators were like justifying it, like not in like a like Elias always cheats. They're like, hey, when you're the champion, you got to do what it takes to win. And I was like, that's not a very good message. But you're not wrong. But I'm also like, I am a little bit behind on my New Japan right now. But this happens every year because Best of the Super Juniors happens, and by the end of Best of the Super Juniors, sort of feels a little bit like homework. And then there's these, what do they call it? Kenzo Road shows?
I think it's Kazuno Road.
Yeah. and they're smaller shows that like they have a main event or two on each one. And I usually don't watch those either or anything else because G1 is coming. And when G1 starts, that's like and I want it to be, but that's like my fucking job. Like what I'm doing every day is like waking up to watch those tournament matches, like, because it's so fucking good.
It's a slog. It's 18 shows plus the finals. So 19 shows in the span of like 3 weeks.
What I usually do, MZ,
and they're like 3-hour shows.
And I'll do this quick, is New Japan is my priority, right? And then I watch NXT pay-per-views usually because I don't... One thing I'll give the WWF and NXT so much credit for is I don't need to watch every week because their packages are so good that I can sit and watch it. So those are the things I watch kind of like religiously. And then I watch my old wrestling. Like I watch my house shows, and I just kind of throw those on. But then I'll pick something to start at the beginning of the year and catch up. And right now I'm doing that with Chikara, and when I'm done with that, I'm going to do Dragon Gate. So I'm still in March in Chikara, I think. So when I finish catch up on Chikara, then I can just watch those like when it comes out like normal. And then I'm going to watch Dragon Gate, and I'm going to catch up till I get to now. And like it makes it so I enjoy it. I will say, and I'm not saying I don't like the Horsemen. I'm not saying like I don't like doing the show, but we watched 2 long tournaments back to back, and like the difference between movies and wrestling is that I didn't like this movie, but it was an hour and a half. Like I wasn't like head over heels about the Champions Carnival and most of Best of the Super Juniors, at least where I am so far, and like that was like 8 days of my life, like it just was like a lot of like wrestling that I was kind of lukewarm on, so that was kind of tough. So, but yeah, I mean,
yay wrestling!
It's real to me, Dad.
In the chat room, Creepy Girl says Aries is way too quiet. Is he not drinking? And she says, "Oh, I see it. Oh. Don't recognize the bottle. Is it Irish whiskey?
No, it's fucking Canadian.
Oh, Black Velvet.
Please.
Blended Canadian whiskey.
Creepy Girl also says, I agree with Raven Shadow. Charlie Day's mannerisms and voice are similar. I love Charlie Day. He's hilarious.
Thank you, Creepy Girl.
Are you aware that I'm bald, right? Like, I know that I'm in denial, but, like, has nobody else, like, fucking caught up on, like, this?
Wait, you can wear a piece.
I could. So I have to fucking wear fake hair.
Toupee.
I mean, Charlie Day can shave
I
his
look
head.
like the fucking principal in the Smoking in the Boys room.
Oh, you wish you looked that good.
Make
So I have to start wearing a
ears
hairpiece
wiggle.
so I can look like the person who's going to play me.
I didn't say the guy from Back to the Future. You're a slacker, McFly. I didn't say that guy. I think Charlie Day is nice, and he could do you on stage.
Whoa.
And he has your hair like he used to have.
Yeah, but I don't have a hair now. And he would not look good without hair.
Well, we could do it from like 10 years ago.
It'd be a progression. It'd be the flip phone days all the way to the studio, and we could wear Irish stocking cap, whatever the fuck you wear.
Irish stocking cap.
How about Patton Oswalt?
That's what he wore when he was in Maine.
Yeah, Irish stocking cap.
No, I didn't.
I said Mike Myers.
Yeah, baby.
All right, MZ, you went to Maine. Any highlights you want to talk about as you are eating and chewing?
I just had a good time. We stayed in Belfast.
Oh, that's great. That's great. No, just kidding.
Yeah, we stayed in Belfast, over by the ocean, and beautiful weather. Finally, some decent weather for the first time this year. All week, it was just beautiful. It was starting to rain a little bit on the day that we came back, and that was it.
I'm talking about the weather. I'm talking about the weather. What the fuck?
You were stalking Stephen
Yeah,
King.
yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
Okay, I was gonna get to that.
Wait, but how long, man? I mean, like, it was nice. Well, the breakfast buffet was very good. There was toast.
To be fair,
I put it on a fucking tea
I know.
for you. I put the ball. I was holding it for you.
Dude. Of course, I'm gonna
you
talk
fucking
about that.
to be fair, we're not going to spend a lot of time on the movie, so we need to stretch everything else out.
Spoiler alert.
No, we don't. I went to Bangor to go see Stephen King's house, and it was about From where we were, it was about maybe a 50-minute drive. And he lives in a very residential area. He's got houses all over him. I always thought that he lived in.
What color is his wallpaper?
How the fuck do I know?
No, you
you have
fucking
much
right at his window.
You have much trouble getting over the gate?
You rip your pants?
He's got turrets, I think, on each corner of the house where he can gun people down if they try to get in. But it's not like gated like Fort Knox, you know? I mean, because while his house is gated, and it's a beautiful looking house, by the way, his driveway is not, which I thought was kind of bizarre. And all the curtains were closed, and I always had this feeling that maybe he's like behind one of the curtains peeking out to see
Yeah, he does it all
who's
day.
causing any trouble.
Honey,
Zero there.
I know that fucking guy. One time, he contributed to Horror Hound magazine.
Get out
Honey,
of
it's
here, you
him.
meteor shit!
Yeah.
Media shit.
And
So you don't think that does? Well, hold on. Pardon me, Monsieur. I just want to get because I know what he's gonna say because he fucking did it all weekend. Does anybody else think that's weird? Like Stephen King's still alive.
Yeah.
Like that's where he's fucking taking shits and stuff.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like I don't.
something really
like,
I mean, when you think about it, yeah, I suppose that you could consider it to be kind of weird, but I would also think that, I mean, Stephen King's been in the public light for over 40 years, you know? And, I mean, as far as people making the trek to go see his house,
it's
which there were
justified.
a few, it
yeah,
wasn't
you're right.
just
That
us.
guy deserves no privacy.
Which there just wasn't us. You know, there were a bunch of other people just coming by, taking pictures. I would think at this point he's used to it by now.
Yeah.
Either that or he might not even have been there. He could have been somewhere else. I
where were
mean,
the
who's to
Red
say he was
Sox?
at home? He could have been at the car wash, you know? Who knows?
If I was Stephen King, I would literally fucking right now, not young Stephen King either, like right now, like kind of old Gollum like Stephen King. I'd fucking sit in the biggest window and just jack off the whole time. Slowly and deliberately and make eye contact with everyone that was there. Not point. Like
You. Oh, Jesus. Do it to the people at home.
Buy my books. See
Or
my
else.
movie. My
And-
Shining is better.
Hey, you know, I've been to a few famous houses. You know, all right, so I've seen Stephen King's. I've been to Edgar Allan Poe's house.
Edgar Allan Poe's fucking. You're not bothering him.
And I've been to the house in House by the Cemetery.
dead,
So.
racist, and not at home. Like no matter how many times you go to his house, you're not gonna bother him because
That's true.
He is dead. You are Caucasian, and he's not home. So no matter what direction you put that in, he's not gonna get bothered. You
But
go to H.P.
I would,
Lovecraft
but like I said, I think Stephen King would have to be used to it by now. Otherwise, he would just move to a much, more secure gated area.
Oh, so it's his problem.
Yeah. You don't like it the fuck out.
well,
You don't like people coming to your house? Move, motherfucker.
Yeah. Keep writing the books, though.
Yeah, don't stop writing.
Bring your typewriter, whatever the fuck.
I mean, I expected him to be sitting outside, in his yard with a fold up table in front of him with a few of his books in front of him.
But I'd be for
Trying to
sale.
sell 'em.
That'd be fucking awesome.
With signing autographs, just inviting everyone
Yeah.
to come on in.
With
yeah,
lemonade.
country
Yeah.
time lemonade.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Here, you take a piss. Come into my bathroom. Yeah. No, but it was cool. I mean,
He loves that. He probably.
I mean, look.
that.
Even if it wasn't Stephen King's house, just looking at the house was pretty awesome because it's got that old
But why would you
Victorian.
be there? Let's drive to Bangor to see somebody's house. Whatever.
Yeah.
Honey, pull over. What's that? That's the Johnsons. Yeah, the Johnsons have nice trim. Look at that fucking trim there. You got some nice trim, Mrs. Johnson. We gotta go. They're calling the police.
But let's see, what else did I do? Oh, I did some kayaking. I went
Wow.
kayaking.
You didn't die. That's nice.
I did not die. Thankfully.
Now,
I was rescued about 6
did you
times.
each have your own kayak, or did you share?
we did tandem.
Oh.
It was me.
Rent a fight. Yeah, I love that one.
It was me. It was me and my girlfriend's sister, and
Not your girlfriend?
no, she didn't go.
Let's get down to brass
she would-
tacks. Did you tag your girlfriend's sister, because that's the only
No.
part of this trip I'm even fucking remotely interested.
Yeah, because
No.
it counts. If you're in a kayak
went
over certain
and-
waters, it becomes
You
legal.
go out in international waters.
Also,
right?
my girlfriend's nieces went.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you're not related to them really either.
I'm not related to anybody out there.
Right, so how old are the nieces?
Oh,
Are they like 18, 19 years old?
Yeah.
One's 33, the other one's 26.
Well,
There you go. There you go. There you
Jeez,
go.
you
right
got your
there.
letter to penthouse right there.
That's a perfect age right there.
Dear penthouse.
So there we're in the kayak, right?
I was at Stephen King's house.
I
and
got
then-
2 oars, one for each of
Yeah.
you.
2 oars, 1 kayak.
2 what?
2 oars, 1 kayak.
Oars.
Oars.
Just making sure.
OARS. Oars.
I don't know how to spell it, but it was oars. The one that you put in the water.
Yeah.
Well, if he gets,
There's
gets
one
caught,
you put in the
then-
water when you use it, and there's another one you put in the water when you're done with it.
Jesus. Wowzers.
Oh, that got dark.
That's called murder, sir.
That got dark, didn't it? Jesus.
That moves right.
No, and that was pretty cool.
27 years old. That's perfect for you.
Perfect age.
I agree. I would agree. I'm not going to argue with that.
You think your girlfriend wouldn't give 2 shits?
Oh, yes, she would.
Oh,
she
boy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but
Oh,
she's
boy.
not. She's not fucking you. Why she care?
Yeah, but you can't fuck anyone else.
Why not? I hate
That's
that.
the way
I
it
don't
is.
understand this monogamy thing at all.
Well, I could just go fuck myself.
Why don't
You
you go
have
fuck
been all along.
myself?
Like Stephen
And
King.
no, we went kayaking. It was about a 2-hour. Yep. About a 2-hour tour. We had our guide with us, and he was helping us learn how to use the kayak and everything.
Was
And
he
the
hot,
one that I was
hot
with,
too?
and
Yeah.
Was he hot too?
Did you nail him?
he was like 19 years old.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. So he's
yeah,
all
he's
fucking
illegal.
glistening.
19 years old. You know you should.
Was he topless?
Hey,
No.
Johnny Kayak, hips or lips? Because my lips are ready.
And we sailed out, and we went around this island that had this really awesome lighthouse on it.
Like the one from,
from
Cold Skin?
No.
Did you fuck one of those cold skin monsters?
He would have.
Because this trip sucks so far. Like,
No, dude, listen, I had a nice, quiet time. I got away from everything, from my job.
Not everything.
From, well, yeah. That's true. I still kept my knotted bowels.
You what?
Knotted bowels.
that sounds terrible, but I understand. Did you at least
He
see
sounds
someone?
like one of the shorts in this fucking movie we're going to
Did
talk
you
about.
at least see someone naked that you oughtn't of, like you usually don't?
Yeah, Stephen King. Ooh, it's shining.
Shining.
Look at those Tommy knockers.
Wow.
They call my dick the Mangler.
Should have said,
Yeah,
"Hey."
he bent over to pick up the paper, and his ass was hanging out.
Should have said, "Hey, Mr. King, I want to do it."
We all fuck down here. This is a weird episode. So that one happened.
But that was fun. You know,
Was that no,
I
you
just
didn't see him
I just
naked?
got away from everything and everyone, and just wanted to enjoy, you know,
Not
just
everyone.
solace and quiet as much as I possibly
This
could.
is because creepy girls here, when the fucking camera's off, will get the real story.
No, there is no. This is the real story.
Because when I go away, normally I see somebody like when I would go to Philadelphia a lot, I would see at least one person naked that I wouldn't normally get to. It'd be
By
like fucking-
accident,
Yeah,
or
but
do you
what
make
would you
that
be
happen?
doing in the wrestler's locker
That's
room?
not. That's not. That doesn't count.
What happened when you went with Johnny to California?
No, well, I didn't see anybody naked then.
Picture B&B Hulk naked.
I
He
do
does,
incessant.
yeah.
You never saw Coop naked.
I pretend I wake up and he's at the bottom of my bed.
He's seen Coop naked plenty of times in his dreams.
Yeah. So yeah, no, but that's none of your business, Johnny. Sometimes by accident.
You get Jakey. Keep your hands off Coop.
I know. I can Jakey is so. I fell asleep on Jakey last time. Remember? It was nice.
Yeah, we celebrated my birthday up there too. We had a big cookout and everything. So
Oh, speaking of your birthday.
yeah,
Yeah.
and almost a big fire came out of that. We had 2 grills going in the fire. One of the grills, the fire got a little out of control.
They were like, "Put out the fire, Richie. Wrap your hands around
Oh.
the pole with these handcuffs. It'll really help put out the fire." You know what helps put out the fire? Put this lighter fluid on you.
Yeah. Smother it.
It's like the
Well,
fucking New York Wicker Man.
Well, welcome back, MZ, and happy birthday.
Thank you, and happy birthday to you too.
Thank
Did you guys get my text, my birthday Facebook wishes?
I don't know. I honestly,
I got so many, yours got lost in the crowd.
Go fuck yourself. Then.
I've actually been avoiding Facebook. I get a bunch of them, so if you guys left me one, I apologize. I haven't replied to anyone.
Oh, phew.
I tried to say thank you to everybody.
He didn't
like,
notice that I didn't
I
send
have
one.
in the past, but I was so crazy this weekend. I just haven't even got back yet.
He didn't
so.
notice that I didn't send him one. I told him to go fuck himself for his birthday.
That's nice. That's nice.
Well, yeah, that box right there, Aries, that's yours now.
Thank you.
Not for nothing, but I called both you guys on your birthday, and now there were nobody we picked up. So I
You
left
didn't
a
call me
text.
on my birthday.
Yeah,
You
I did.
texted me, but you didn't
called
call.
first.
Did you call?
I don't think I got a call from you.
Yeah, I did call you.
Let me see. Let me check the history.
Yeah, right.
I called you. I know I called.
I know you texted me.
I know I at least called once.
I know you.
Oh, now I see. Yep, nope, nothing from Mars on Friday.
Let's see. 14th.
Did I say it?
Nope, nothing from Dynamo.
Nothing.
I didn't get any Father's Day wishes from you.
Yeah, you take all the credit
He's not
for
your father.
take all the credit for raising
Yeah,
his
yeah.
son, but you don't even say Happy Father's Day, huh?
But you're not my dad.
In the mic.
Oh, sorry. And I didn't raise this kid. I just taught him some useful life.
Yeah, you took all the credit.
Yeah, I just taught him some useful. Like I took him to his first bar.
Taught him how to steal comics.
Jesus.
Bought him his first ore.
Or his UA.
His ore. Hey, she was an ore.
He get a 2-4.
Oh.
All right, that box right there, MZ. That's for you.
Yeah, we all chipped in and got you a little something.
Aries
Yeah,
and I spent the most.
Ignore the name on the front of who it's
Oh yeah,
from.
that was whatever box was around.
Thank you, Corny.
You haven't opened it yet.
No.
Yeah, you might want to
You may
wait
wanna
before you
open it,
thank
yeah.
him.
Yeah, that was a really nice Sunday he sent up.
If it's a turd, I'm going to be very disappointed. And judge it by the weight of it, something tells me it would be Dynamo's turd.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Ooh.
My turds, I think you'd know because it would make the bottom wet.
MZ has coprophobia.
That movie.
Wow. A bag of newspaper. Thanks, guys.
Oh wow, Zeppelin!
He went to alternate realities, and these are all the articles you didn't write.
Yeah.
Creepy cups.
I was like, how do we know it is? I forgot we opened this present.
Yeah.
Creepy cups.
he
Hidden creepers in your cup.
he sent my present and your present in the same one and didn't wrap them, so we did look at yours.
Drank out of it.
Drink out of it.
Oh, shit.
So MZ's got
Oh. All right.
it's a coffee cup.
Oh, shit. Okay. It's a coffee cup. It's a black coffee cup. It's a
Yep.
creature cat black coffee cup.
With?
And it has what looks like a big octopus in the cup.
Looks like Cthulhu to me, my
Or
friend.
Cthulhu? Is it? Let me see.
I'll tell you this perfectly.
Oh, it is Cthulhu. You're right. It is Cthulhu.
You know what you could do? You could make Jello,
Yeah.
Cthulhu, and bring that to like a
Oh.
event, nice little.
I'll tell you
Halloween
what,
event.
but you'd have to
You'd
make
bring
a
it to a
fucking ton of them because
speakeasy.
he's only
Yeah.
got one.
What's that?
You'd have to make do it like 11 times because he only has one cup.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got, well, he's a lot.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this perfectly
That is
illustrates
awesome.
why you
Thank
were
you very
fucking
much.
blowing it hard, sir. Because on your birthday you could have actually got some creepy cups.
A creepy girl?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I won't.
You probably could have got some creepy cups.
I can't eyeball them.
Hidden
to give
creeper
you
at the
the
bottom
actual
of your
size,
cup.
But
The more you drink your coffee, the more it stares you down.
see, that's
First
how you
one to
fucking
blink
read
loses.
things.
I can read things.
Reading. You missed him reading a fucking promo last
Hidden
week.
camper at the bottom of your cup. The more you drink your coffee, the more it stares you down.
The Drive-In Horror Show is open again, and we're proud to present Ghoulish Stories Volume 1. These tales are full of blood, guts, and lots of killing. All of the things that we strive for here in the Horror Show.
See, I want to read that now. I'm excited.
This is wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're welcome for not taking it.
We all chipped in.
Yeah. We all
I'll
chipped
trade
in.
it in for something later.
Wow.
That's nice.
Wow.
Real fucking nice. Nice birthday.
All right, so we heard about MZ's trip. He got his birthday present. We talked about what we're doing on the show. I guess I'll fucking introduce everyone. I am Johnny Wolfenstein, the pencil pusher and producer of media for Trick or Treat Radio, The Deadites, also one of the co-hosts of the Five Horsemen Wrestling podcast. and a co-host of the Outside Corner Fantasy Baseball podcast. We also have the immortal gunslinger, singer, lyricist for the Deadites, and my partner on the Five Horsemen Wrestling podcast, Dynamo Mars.
Hey guys, I made a really fun 80s playlist for you guys on YouTube.
Where can people find it?
Well, I put the link on the Fib, and tomorrow or the day after. Tomorrow I think it will appear on the Deadites Facebook page. But you can just search for me on YouTube, Dynamo Mars. And I
wonder if
it's a public playlist.
I wonder if I don't know how playlists work necessarily on YouTube, but I wonder if the Deadites account can share.
Yeah, I'm
it
not
or
sure.
something.
I mean, I generally I would just say I would remake it, but it may or may not be 2 days long and 700 songs. So.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them are but I mean, you'd fucking love it. I thought of you the whole time I did it. That not only is there cool 80s songs, there's little bits of film scores and 80s commercials.
And tell people where it was sourced from.
Well, so I don't even remember who started the thread, but on the Fib, somebody was like, what are your favorite 80s songs? And it went for a couple of days. People got pissed at some, it actually got a little heated sometimes. People I thought we were doing good 80s songs, not just every shitty 80s song. But what I was doing as people were picking them is I was taking the links that they were putting on and turning it into a playlist on YouTube. And then I added a couple, 3, 4, 600 other songs. And, made this playlist. But I would say that 90% of it, because there was a lot of conversation that went on, satelliting this, personally, is from the the Taste of the Trick or Treat Radio heads. And there's also a lot of my favorite part is if you name your favorite 80s one-hit wonder, odds are it's on there. But also there's some really obscure metal and hair metal, and there's some very obscure proto goth rock bands and all sorts of cool stuff. So I really enjoyed it. I listened to it all day today. I listened to it today while I was shaving. It was I don't know, I listened to it on my walk today. I really, really enjoyed it.
All right, cool. So everyone go check that out. Dynamo's 80s playlist.
I think it's for the office job people who I know down at...
Did you just gesture at me?
No, I said I was saying I know
Holy
you guys
shit.
aren't.
Oh,
I think it would be a nice thing to sit and listen to all day. And because you hear one of your favorite songs and then you're like, oh my God, it's the fucking Light Bright commercial. Even though I made it, I was marking out for it. And then oh my God, it's the song from fucking Neon Maniacs that they won the talent show with.
We need to get you a headset, Morris.
What?
I think your days Skyping in has made you forget to talk into the mic.
Yeah, I think I just don't care.
You go like this. Yeah, but I care. I'm the producer. I care.
But I don't care that you care either.
The people that are listening actually want to hear
Yeah,
what you're saying.
People on the podcast, when I listen back occasionally, I can't hear you.
When you eulogize me any day now, you can complain at how I wasn't on the mic.
I complain about it all the time. I don't do it in your eulogy.
Well, that's fine. You got something to talk about.
It's not me. The people. The people want to hear you.
The people.
we hear you because we're in the
me
same
smell.
room.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care anymore because I want to die.
Then why are you here?
Because I'm gonna
Jump
not
out the window.
Because I'm not gonna. That won't
No,
kill me.
no, I'm parked right up. I'm
Take down my
parked right below.
poster first. Take down my poster first.
You will.
Because I'm gonna keep my streak alive until I die.
So you can end it right now.
No.
On the air.
I've been trying.
Cecil says, I love your playlist, Dynamo.
Thank you, Cecil. Thank you for calling it erotic.
Wet.
All right, we also have, returning after missing a week due to stalking Stephen King, we have the vulgar guru of horror, star of Blood Pigs Fetus, the upcoming Morbid Tales, and Septic, and one-time contributor for Horror Hound magazine, Monster Zero.
I'm sorry, he's busy watching Ernest Scared Straight right now.
Oh, is it me? Oh no, I'm watching Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh.
Do you mind?
Sorry.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I am watching Ernest.
I know it was Ernest. I just
Why are you
assumed
doing
it was
that?
something horror related, but
Oh.
fuck me. Are
Hey.
we bothering you?
Yeah, you are.
I fucking introduced you, you asshole! Say something!
I haven't said shit yet. Hi.
Say something.
Hello,
God.
everybody.
Jesus
This
Christ.
fucking cranky
God
asshole's
damn.
just dissatisfied with everybody.
Watch an earnest movie.
Made us watch
Gotta
a
call
shitty
up my
movie, and
ass.
he's lashing out at
Al-
us for it.
Also, you're an asshole, MZ, because you're the reason I found out that Vader died today. It's your fault.
Oh,
You
good.
scooped it, you fuck.
Yes.
Killed Vader.
You bastard.
So Vader, Leon White Vader, Big Van Vader
Yeah.
passed
Well,
away today.
he didn't have much time left, and that's been
Rest in peace, buddy.
going for the longest time. So at least he's out of his misery, he's out of pain now. So I did get to see him wrestle once live at a
House show?
House show
Yep.
against. It was a main event against Shawn Michaels for
Nice.
the WWF title. And-
Nice.
And it was a good match too, if I remember correctly. It lasted for a good 14, 15 minutes, which is pretty long for a Vader match, actually.
Who is it? Vader wrestled. Was it Will Ospreay?
Yeah.
Earlier
long
this
ago.
year or
About a year
late
ago
last year?
now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's funny
It's a damn shame.
when civilians know you like wrestling and somebody dies. Like, they like. I got that TMZ link like 10 or 11 times today.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
I mean, he was what 62, 63, I think.
63, yeah.
Yeah. That's too bad.
Did you just say civilian?
yeah.
What are you?
I mean, I remember
carrying
when he was
your
on
Avengers
Boy Meets
card again?
World and
No,
Like
I
a
mean
mime.
not us, not spooky people. Like normies, boring people.
Yeah, stop beating me with your purse.
Hey, it's an action sack.
Fucking
I'm gonna-
makes fun of me, and he doesn't
Yeah.
have the fucking courtesy to pay attention to my response. I hate this show.
Well, if you were getting beaten with a purse, you'd be a little distracted too.
Whatever. Drink your whiskey. It's not even good enough for me to kill myself with.
And don't forget, he's the reason why Mick Foley is short 1
1 year, yeah, it's true.
Well, technically,
He's the
Mick
reason.
Foley is.
Well,
'cause
yeah,
he
he-
just did it bad.
Well, yeah, that's
It
true.
It
yeah.
is. It is true. He was wrestling Big Van Vader, but it was more Mick Foley's own fault. So
He went in the ropes, right?
And he lost.
yeah,
And
he did the hangman thing where
I remember when
gets caught.
I'm sure you guys remember. I'm sure you definitely remember when Big Van Vader had his eye poked out against Stan Hansen.
oh yeah.
I love
Ugh.
that match.
Oof. Oh,
Ugh, all right, so
he was one of the tough ones, man. He
yeah, he,
legit tough.
and one of the crazy things too is when he left WWE, he was in like. Do you guys remember like I'm a big fat piece of shit?
Yeah, I'm so
like,
big. I'm so
he-
piece of shit.
Yeah, he just was like, I'm a big fat piece of shit, and like I'm gonna go home, and then after that, he ended up having a pretty significant career in Japan.
I don't remember that at all.
It
No,
was a pay-per-view. We watched it
Yeah.
over Johnny's house.
Yeah.
And
He
we
ended
all
up going to-
left. He went to Japan,
He
right?
ended up going to Noah and working with Too Cold.
yeah, he worked with a lot of people over there.
I have an incredible match where Too Cold, Scorpio, and Big Van Vader fight Mike Modest and Donovan Morgan. And all Too Cold Scorpio does the whole time is like, I can't even explain it. Like, I can't. Like, he's like, just looks like it wouldn't work on the podcast, but he's just looking like he gets tagged in the ring and it's just like, he's bald and keeps rubbing his
Yeah.
head. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Me
Well,
too.
he had 60 kids to feed, so. Hey, man, I got 60 kids to feed.
I heard that guy's cock looks like Vader's arm.
What?
Well, the guy from Total Recall?
Too Cold Scorpio.
Oh.
Benny's the name.
I got a big dick. Who's next, Johnny?
I was looking for that Vader video. Maybe it's not the.
It was a pay-per-view.
Which video?
Oh, here it is.
Oh,
I
he's
wanted MZ to hear it.
He's walking
no,
out.
I don't think I've
Here it
ever
is.
Maybe Vader time's over. I'm nothing but a big piece of shit. A big fat piece of shit. Well,
You don't remember that, MZ?
I don't remember that at all.
Did he really get released after that?
No, I don't know if he got released, but he was gone shortly after. I mean, this is before the the internet age of wrestling. So
I don't remember that at all.
It was Over the Edge in Your House, 1998.
Yeah.
He was in Noah before it was awesome. Like,
Yeah. Well, because Noah started around that time, right? 99, 2000, I think. So.
And he also didn't he give the moonsault to like Gorilla Monsoon or something like that?
No, he
like
just-
on his debut, it was like was it like a big splash, big
Gave him
Vader
the Vader
splash,
bomb, the Vader.
The
whatever
Vader
it's called.
bomb, right?
Vader bomb.
Yeah.
Isn't the Vader bomb the power bomb? Like he gave.
No.
No,
Vader bomb is
it was
in
a splash. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a splash.
it's the splash in the corner
Yeah.
where he grabs the ropes and. Here's his debut in that Great American Bash in 1990. This fucking awesome like.
He's fighting Tom Zink, right?
Doesn't say. We'll probably see in a sec. But look at that fucking mask.
That ring gear was always fucking awesome, man. I don't know why he never really wore it in the WWE.
Well, it looks pretty fucking heavy.
Yeah, but still, I mean, that's fucking imposing looking.
I suspect Inoki probably owned it, but he had stopped wearing it at some point because he didn't like to, it was expensive and he was responsible for fucking.
Oh right,
bringing
lugging
it back
around.
and forth.
Yeah.
Not just from fucking Marietta, Georgia to Atlanta, Georgia. Like he had to take it from fucking Tokyo to Marietta, Georgia.
Still, that's probably my favorite all time.
You don't even like to fucking mostly get off the couch, and you're fucking saying that you should be lugging around a 45-pound
that's awesome.
helmet. You wouldn't lug that around for fucking from here to downstairs.
No, I don't even like lugging this thing from here downstairs.
Your fucking
He's
Vader
talking about
helmet.
his water bottle, ladies and gentlemen.
Your fucking Vader helmet career would be fucking over by the time you get around the corner.
Yeah, true, but that doesn't mean I can't appreciate it.
Yeah, it's great, but it's heavy and.
Well, so are you, but I appreciate you.
Yeah, but I don't have to. Nobody has to carry me to the airport.
Yeah, give it time. Put you over our shoulder.
Not unless you run into Big Show's junk again.
Meanwhile, I keep losing weight, and you are fucking jettisoning towards having to clean yourself with a fucking cloth on a stick.
I have gained quite a bit of pounds.
Yeah.
I will admit. Yes.
So, yeah.
I'm fat.
What's the transfer rate on those pounds
Yeah.
to U.S. dollars?
When they have to fucking take the wall out to get you out of your fucking apartment, like, don't fucking go cry to me, juice man.
So, you want to know what I finally realized how fat I'm getting when I was done kayaking in Maine. And there's video of this where I was stuck in the kayak. I couldn't get the fuck out. Everyone else was able to get out. And the guy, our tour guide, had to give me a hand so I could get wedged out of the fucking kayak.
And it wasn't even one of the ones you climb in. It was when you sit on top of.
No. It's one that you climb into, you know. And I just couldn't get the fuck out. Well, no. See what it is that there's
wow.
There's these two runners on the side that is supposed to like keep you in.
Yeah.
You know, and I did all. But also, I mean, my arms were so tired after paddling for 2 hours that I couldn't lift myself up out of the kayak.
You normally like
Not
to
mention
paddle
the
for
fact
60
that, you know,
seconds.
with a kayak being shaped the way it is, and if you're on land, you're teeter and tottering quite a bit. So
You
it's
can never-
basically just trying to get your balance and then lift my 260-pound bulk out of the fucking kayak, and I just couldn't do it.
Well-
There is video of this. I got to talk to...
You weigh 50 pounds more than me. You could never call me fat again.
Well, I'm sure Rufus and Ronaldo are very absorbent. You know what I mean? Like they probably should have got a
You literally
kayak
could
for the
call-
two of those
Yeah,
guys.
they're like a couple of sponges.
Only you will go on a fucking recreational good time and need the fucking jaws of life to get out. Like, you can never call
When
me
was the last time you were in a kayak?
Never, because I don't like the fucking water.
Well, then let's not cast stones because you'd probably need help getting out too.
No.
And of course, I picture the guy looking like Brad Pitt in Troy. You know what I mean? Like he's like a.
I mean, it's possible areas that I might need help getting out because I'm fucking old, but not because I fucking am Winnie the Pooh stuck in the fucking hole.
I'm just. Let's not throw stones.
I weigh
What? You what?
probably less than you.
Yes.
Probably less than your
But
beard.
I am not sitting here making fun of him for getting stuck in a kayak.
And I'm
Well,
this
a
isn't
little
to,
bit.
this isn't to you, Mars,
In a
but
kayak.
Oh, you look pretty.
this isn't to you, Mars, but like weight doesn't equal health. You know.
That's true.
I don't care about my
Look at
health,
this
though.
guy.
That's a fair assessment, Johnny.
I don't understand your point because I don't care about my health and I didn't get caught in a kayak. Think about what that says for him.
Well, you have to get in a
I
kayak.
am actively trying to die and he got caught in a kayak. Think about
You're
that
not
for a second.
actively trying to die. You're actively trying to lose a limb.
Yeah, his head.
No, the diabetes is just going to take a foot soon.
No, I don't think that.
Look at this.
Out of
Look at
it.
me, for God's sakes.
What is it?
She's foxy though. You could have.
Who?
Let me
Which
see.
one?
Let him see that.
Pass it around.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to see you stuck in a kayak.
No. This is just a picture
I
of
wanna
me.
see the ladies.
Oh, I want to see you.
Oh yeah, that could have been a good time.
I just want to see you stuck in a kayak. That's all I care about.
I'll have to talk to someone who took the pic. Who took?
Oh,
the
yeah,
video.
go
Oh, I'm sure there was video of it.
There is.
I can't wait to
Me
hear that.
stuck
story.
in the kayak,
Multiple
yeah.
angles.
Yeah.
Let's get it all edited together.
Right there.
Can't wait to hear that story at the grocery store.
That's not you stuck in a kayak.
No, I told you it wasn't.
It's a nice hat.
Dipshit. Listen up.
It's a real nice hat.
Yeah, that's my hat, by the way.
So
Make fun of my. Now whoa. You gonna make fun of my hat now?
No, I said I like it.
Oh no, though I did stand up for your holiday attire. Did you only bring one pair of shorts?
No.
Because those are the same shorts.
Yeah, well, it's the same day.
Yeah,
Different shirt though. It's a different shirt.
Yeah, I changed my shirt.
There's nothing wrong with wearing pants this fucking more than once.
Yeah.
I was just the coincidence. That's all.
Do you wear your pants once and then wash them?
My pants? No.
Pants, shorts. What's the difference between shorts and pants?
Well, pants have
drawers or shorts.
Little legs. I don't know.
No, I mean you can get. I mean like jeans you can wear for a couple days in a row.
Yeah.
Shorts too. I mean if you're on
I only
vacation, how many you got? You only can pack so much.
How many pairs of pants and shorts do people fucking have?
I'm only bringing one pair of pants with me to fucking San Francisco.
You
I'm
better
wearing
bring
them on the plane.
You better bring another one.
Yeah, what if you shit them?
Oh God, there's
I'll buy
going to
some
be an
other ones.
accident.
Yeah, but you'll have to go around with shitty trousers for
I
a
can
little
fit
Yeah,
bit.
but what if you're in the plane though at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're either going to have a bodily accident or a rip.
I've been saving some pills so I'll sleep the whole time.
Yeah, but
is it a one-way flight, Mars? Or okay, no holdovers, that's good.
Well, that's I was afraid to get any holdovers because I wouldn't get off the plane.
You wear two. You wear both at the same time. That's what
No,
I do.
because then you ruin them both if you shit yourself. Right?
Yeah.
Bring a flannel so you can tie it over your back just in case.
Wear some diapers or something.
Oh, shit.
I only have 3 pairs of jeans I really like, and then I have another like really big pair from when I was really big and fat. I don't like.
We also have the Triumph Riding, stage directing, whiskey drinking, chief of security, the warrior of nor'easters, America's sweetheart, and Rick Rubin's stunt double, Ares, god of war.
Yeah, hello. I got nothing interesting or fascinating.
No
or-
introspective thoughts.
or tangents to go off on. I guess the simple fact that I'm without my truck for the next 2 weeks, and I'm not happy about that.
Oh.
Had to give my truck to the kid, so
I
I'm
hope he
driving his
doesn't-
car.
I
And
hope he doesn't mess it up.
the understanding is he was driving to Philly and parking it in the garage.
Okay.
How's he gonna get to work then?
He takes the bus.
Oh yeah.
He
He
should have taken
works
a
in-
bus down to Philly.
Oh, I think he's gonna have like special lady in there
Oh.
in the extended cab.
Oh, there's no business going on in my truck. There's no business going on in my truck.
Take it to the lake.
Wait,
the
they're in
lake.
a fucking city.
Oh, wait, where's he live? Pennsylvania. Oh.
Pencil.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
but
Pennsylvania.
fucking Philly.
But they,
It's Boston, essentially.
Yeah, but this is like it's like oceans, right?
It's actually like
Harbor?
it's Boston, but much less attractive.
Don't they
There,
have oceans?
there's some really ugly people in Philly,
Yeah. They got
Why
cheap-
are you?
right, Mars?
Yeah, I'm a fucking 9.5 in Philly.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot of
Philly's
culture there.
Weird. Like
Yeah, it is.
I'm very
weird.
attractive in Philly.
Yeah,
You're like,
Like
a 10
people
plus.
like turn their heads and look at me.
we're
in
like
Philly.
we're all tens in Philly.
Yeah.
I
he
want to
said-
move to
Let's go to
Philly.
Philly.
And I'm
Field
laughing
trip.
because he said there's oceans.
Oceans.
There's
Yeah,
only
there's
one
oceans.
fucking ocean on the side of the fucking continent.
Yeah, I'm sure it like leaks down though and like crosses. It absorbs.
I ain't gonna.
Baby Joe, if you
surrounds.
piss in it, it'll end up in England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show those fucking guys. We won the war.
We also have
Oh, this tastes like Slim Jims.
the chain smoking, hand kissing, baby shaking, lorazepam loving, former comic book reading nerd, the official smoke chamber for Castle Wolfenstein, the Pimper Promotions, the Italian rapscallion, the professional bullshitter, the cool principal, the proprietor of the sexy speakeasy, and the Parisian brew hall himself, Michael Ravenshadow.
Hey, you got enough nicknames there?
Yeah, thank you, Johnny. Thank you.
I thought we were getting rid of the cool principal.
We did. We took that out last week.
Nah,
You didn't tell. You told Johnny Wolfenstein not Johnny Seinfeld over there.
Yeah, what was that sign? That's not me.
I
That's not.
was trying to copy you.
That's good copy, yeah. What is it about socks?
WNBC.
Why do they call it the sexy speakeasy when it's not sexy and it's not a speakeasy?
I mean, why?
There is nothing easy about that speech.
It's almost done. It's gonna be so easy. I'm working on it this Saturday.
What are you gonna do to it?
I'm gonna put some. I got some things to hang up.
Why do they call it greatness?
I got some things to hang up.
There's no grapes.
Some movie posters.
There's no nuts.
So you're just gonna throw a couple tacks on the wall.
No,
Raven
no,
Shadow,
nails.
I'm saying this for Aries, not for you, but I'm off on Saturday.
Will you come help me?
Yeah.
Work on my shelf?
Yeah.
Why are you saying that to me?
Well, because I know that if I wasn't off, he'd call you. So
Yeah, you want we can get takeout and we can build some
No,
stuff.
yeah, believe it or not, he doesn't call me for all his minor repairs.
I've never called you for a minor repair. There's a fucking waterfall happening in my closet.
And we can set up.
Excuse me, I just gave your lady a little cock and it was all taken care of. Excuse me.
Wow.
I gave your lady a big cock.
Oh, you brought the big cam?
Really? Who came with
Just
you?
want to clarify.
Wow.
Well, maybe medium size. I don't know. Just split the difference there.
Wow.
Took it out of the drawer.
So Cecil told Corny that MZ opened up his Cthulhu and said, now we're all accursed. And Evil Corny says, yay, they're accursed. That's not nice, Corny. He is
But
evil.
certainly not untrue.
Yeah, we fucking knew that, Corny. This place is cursed.
So Corny asked, did MZ like it?
I did. I love it, man.
He says he better.
I do, man. It's awesome. And matter of fact, I'm going to try it tomorrow to see if it works.
Do you drink coffee?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Only 1 cup a day, though.
You're going to
Oh, wild man.
try to see if the cup works.
Yep.
Okay. Let
I
us
have a
all
co-
know how that works out for you, whether the cup works.
Well, the Cthulhu in my coffee.
Okay.
Humble Eddie's hanging out in the chat room, and
Nice.
he's talking about that Vader video that we played. He says, sounds like Kane must have chokeslammed the self-confidence out of him.
Oh,
I think so.
Yeah.
No, he just got stuck in a kayak.
Corny says, did they think a whale was in the kayak?
Fuck you.
Cecil says, I just got kayakophobia from this. Sanity number, -9.
I mean, here's the thing. You're a good-looking guy. You drop some pounds and your face won't be all
Oh. Creepy Girl says, okay, more to snuggle. Not attracted to skinny men. Sorry,
Hey,
Raven
all
Shadow.
right.
Hey.
fucking red. Yeah. Skinny girl, take him home. It'd be like you having a threesome. It's like going to bed with 2 people.
Nothing wrong with 2 of me around, is it?
Yeah, there's plenty. Especially since I'm sitting next to you and one of you is around.
Humble Eddie says,
Get that right, creepy girl.
Humble Eddie
I'll be right
says,
there.
Tens in Philly, potential episode title. Did you say
Oh.
Tens in Philly?
What do
We
you
were
guys
talking
think?
about how attractive we'd all be in Philly.
Tens in Philly. Yeah.
I love Philly.
It's always sexy in Philadelphia.
I
Sure, with Charlie Day.
Dynamo Day.
Yeah. I'm a good-looking guy.
You
in
are a
Philly.
good-looking guy. So I think
Philly.
you'd be a
Dynamo
good
Day.
Philly.
Yeah.
We were in the park and we were looking like we're in this. Like me and Wolfie were like we're in this fucking game. Like we went to a park around here even. And it's like well.
Oh, dude, I'm in Philly. I'm going to get so laid.
But the unfortunate thing is the other people are not very attractive.
No,
So
that's true.
you might be 10s and everyone else is 6 or 7.
I'll take my glasses off. I don't give a fuck.
I'm just happy
Okay,
people are
clock.
looking at me.
No, yeah, I won't win.
That's all I care about. I'm just feeling good about myself.
Yeah.
What, the people are looking at you?
Yeah.
And not laughing?
Yeah.
You're a good-looking
good.
guy, Aries.
You need to get your glasses changed.
No, I know. You got some numbers, though. I was thinking about your numbers the other day.
Your numbers.
What numbers?
Numbers?
Yeah,
What
you got some-
numbers?
you know the numbers I'm talking about.
No.
Yeah, he's got pretty impressive numbers.
I-
I'm
Fuck
putting
does
you
that
over.
even mean? Like,
I kind of know what he's
Like
talking
he's
about, but I'm
34,
almost afraid to
32,
admit
Like
it.
his stats. In the old days.
like he won a lot of matches because
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was not
moving on.
real.
Yeah, it was kind of like matches, but no, like his
I feel
numbers.
like everyone else knows what he's talking
Notches.
about. But I don't. Notches. Oh,
Notch-
wow, that's
okay.
weird.
Moving on. Let's talk about this
That just
movie.
made me uncomfortable.
Well, I know the answer.
Oh, I think I get it now.
Let's talk about
Jesus
this
fucking
movie.
Christ.
All right, we've introduced everyone.
Yes.
Now, if you guys want to help support the show, head on over to trickortreatradio.com and you're going to see an Amazon logo. Scroll down, you see it, click it, you buy stuff. And
I did that.
You did?
What'd you buy?
You scared him.
You bought a fucking kayak.
Wait, I'm actually kind of curious.
He bought some notches from Aries.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go look to see what was bought, and I'm going to guess what you bought.
No.
Let's see here.
Male penis enhancer. This kind of thing is my bag, baby.
That's better than the female penis enhancer.
MZ, did you need 3 of them?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let me log right in here. Speaking of Amazon,
Amazon shows up anymore.
Amazon.com/shop/the and that is our store. And on it, you'll find pretty much everything we talk about, movies that we discuss, or we do double taps, things like that. So go ahead and head on over to Amazon.com/shop/the
Yes.
And Raven Shadow, when they click on our link, it inputs the affiliate code. It doesn't cost them any extra to do it, but
It helps keep the lights on.
yeah, it does. Yeah.
So MZ on Amazon.
Let's see.
That was a stretch, I know.
You tried though.
All right.
Just some music playing.
It
or
should be
some-
there.
Beyond the Black Rainbow, Blu-ray.
No.
Oh. Someone else bought that.
That
then.
wasn't me either.
Fire Pro Wrestling. Oh, wait, hold on.
That should be me, though.
When
That was a good
was
one.
it? Was it recent? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you buy a Galaxy S9 screen protector?
I did not. I should.
Oh, I know what you got. Golden Girls Clue.
Jesus Christ.
Can't do it anymore.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Well, Wiley and myself have been talking, and
Yes, Mars just fucking left.
Wiley and myself, we've been talking, and I was at Newbury Comics, and I noticed, holy shit, there it is. It's actually real. There it is, the Golden Girls Clue game, and also Golden Girls Monopoly.
Slow down. I have to ask.
Yeah.
Can I come over and play?
I should have brought it with me.
Yeah, have like a live play like we did the other
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. No shit, right? Because you could play one of 6 characters, you know.
With 6? Who's the other 2?
Well, you got Sophia. You
I
got,
know the the
okay,
4.
you got the main 4, then you got Miles and Stan.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, so there's 4, 5, 6.
That would make 6. Yeah.
That's
4 plus 2 is 6.
Right.
Yes.
that's why I said the other 2 because the 4 are obvious.
All right, yeah.
And the thing that's weird about the game is that it looks like they only got permission to use the actual likeness of Dorothy, Blanche, and Rose, and they had to like get an artist rendering of Sophia, Miles, and Stan.
Really?
It's really bizarre because on the cover, Sophia does not look like Sophia. I mean, she kind of looks like her, but it looks like a blind guy drew her. You know, it's really odd. It's really odd.
Who's Miles? I know Stan
Miles
was
was
husband.
Miles was Rose's boyfriend.
I remember him.
Oh, he was awesome. I love Miles. Miles was cool. I can't wait to play the game. And like I said, Stephanie Wiley and I, we've been talking about playing it. And
You do like correspondence?
yeah, we've been talking back and forth. And I'm like,
How do you play that? You play it online?
no, it's a board game.
No, I know, but how are you going to play it with her? She's not here.
That's
like
very
the
true.
The old-fashioned when you
That's
would, like,
why we're going to play it
Oh.
come this October
What?
at Rockin' Shock because I know she'll be here for that.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I just image searched it, and yeah, you're right. That's weird.
It doesn't look like Sophia.
Raven
It
Chow.
kind of does, but it doesn't.
It's a little close to your face there, buddy.
I'm not wearing my progressives.
They all look fine except for her.
Yeah, it's weird. I think they just didn't get the permission to use her likeness. I don't know why. I mean,
That's weird.
but it's really cool. I mean, you open up the board game, which folds up like the old Clue board, where it's done in quarters, and you got Sophia's bedroom, you got the lanai, you got the living room, you got Rose's bedroom, Blanche's bedroom, and the bedroom even has the leaf covered bed with the leaf covered headboard. Okay. It's funny as hell. Just looking at it, I laugh.
This is not what their house looked like.
Well, true.
I can't fucking believe you. Like, I should have looked through all the things before I guessed, because I would have guessed that one right away. Did you get anything else or just that?
Just that.
Okay, because there's something else on here
Hey,
that could have
come
been
on,
yours.
Come on, what do you think I am, made of money?
Yeah.
How much of that did you get, by the way? Because I'm interested to know. You could tell me off the air.
Oh, no, I don't care. Let me just look real quick. When did you buy it?
Let's see, what, Sunday I think I got it? Sunday I bought it,
got
rather?
it on? Okay.
Sunday I bought. Sunday or Monday? Sunday I bought it.
Hey, a Masterpiece Prowl came in the shop.
I already got it.
No, go fuck yourself.
86 cents.
Hey,
man, those lights are on. Those lights are on.
86 cents, that's it?
For him buying one thing, we get 86 cents of it? That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. This guy, yeah, good.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Now, what'd you pay for the game?
$300.
No, you didn't.
No.
I would have got more
paid,
than that.
I
Like
paid
$40?
I paid 30.
30. Okay, that makes sense.
A little over $30.
Yeah, that's
So
that's not
it's usually
bad.
between like 5 and 10%. No, sorry. Point. Oh, 5 point. Yeah, not 0.5 to 0.8. I think. So.
Wow, Dynamo's really pissed.
Yeah. So I can actually see, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna read it on air, but can you guys see this number here? The revenue of items purchased. Do you see that number right there?
I see a little black blur.
Yeah.
Here, let me blow it up for you.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, okay,
So out of that amount of money, we got this so far.
okay. Is that?
So-
Yeah, you have no idea what you're agreeing to, do you?
I'm not signing anything.
Jesus.
We on the oath.
Yes, you're
but
hard
we're-
off.
Yeah, I'll definitely bring it in if you guys want to play a game while we do the show.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I'm down.
Or just do a show of.
Extra special.
Oh, Humble Eddie wants to know what are the murder weapons in the game.
There's no murder weapons.
What?
They leave clues behind, but a weapon's not one of them. It's not based on who is killed. It's based on who ate the last piece of cheesecake.
Appropriate.
So
Very appropriate.
It's supposed to be who ate the last piece of cheesecake. What was the?
Humble Eddie says old age. That's how you-
Sophia's not waking up.
It was who ate the last piece of cheesecake, and what item did they leave behind, and where did they eat it?
Okay, so like Blanche, ate the cheesecake, left behind a condom.
Yeah.
In the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like that. It's exactly like that.
All right, so
Not good.
Raven Shadow. Actually, if you guys want to buy stuff, head on over to trickortreatradio.com, click on store, get some digital content. Trick or Treat Radio Greatest Hits Volumes 1 through 3. Other stuff, check it out. And if you guys just want to donate, there's a donate button on the front page. Click on PayPal, donate, and send us whatever you want. Raven Shadow.
Yes.
When you sit down to watch A Taste of Phobia, what do you do to prepare for a horror anthology with 14 shorts of phobias?
I go to a different kind of tasting. I went out to Julio's Liquors on Route 9.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they did a rum and gin tasting.
Okay.
And it was really cool. Like I've been to them before, and they got to have certain wristbands, and you take off wristbands. Hey guys, how you doing? You doing on fucking show? over there?
They're just fucking
Keep
talking.
fucking talking.
Jeez.
Fucking guys, you know what I mean?
We're talking about the Golden Girls game. Look at Aries. It's the only time I've seen him happy. Ever.
really?
Looking at this fucking Golden Girls game.
I fucking love the Golden Girls.
Wow.
I never would have guessed that about you.
I watched the Golden Girls with my Grammy.
Really?
Yeah. That was one of the funnest memories I have. Golden Girls and Murder, She Wrote. Can you tell my Grammy was old?
Does it hurt your feeling if we talk about the Golden Girls negatively?
How could you talk about the Golden Girls negatively?
You can't, and if you found a way, you shouldn't.
I'm not saying I would. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wondering, you know.
It's no empty nest, that's for sure.
All right, please continue. Raven
I'm fucking
Shadow.
trying to. Yeah, so I go to that, and you go into the joint, and there's no longer wristbands required to have a certain amount of drinks.
Oh.
You can drink all you want.
Wow.
And here's the thing: you get downstairs. You know what it was like, Johnny?
You fell down the stairs?
No, it was like a sexy speakeasy downstairs.
Oh.
There was somebody playing calypso music.
Totally calypso?
Totally calypso. They were serving drinks. They were serving, and they didn't give you a full shot. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like 2 fingers. You know, they just give you like
What? What's
Yeah.
going on in this speakeasy?
Well, this is how my grandfather would pour shots. It'd be like 2 fingers. Like picture like the metal
Oh,
symbol.
I thought you meant 2 fingers. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. But you drink for an hour and a half, and you don't get fucked up. You know. What I mean?
Yeah.
And I got gin shamed.
Were you driving?
No, I
Okay,
wasn't.
good.
No. Yeah, I was gin shamed, because one girl asked me, "Oh, you like gin?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She said, "What's your favorite?" And I'm like, "It's Tanqueray," because I just threw it out there because what Joey Ramone sings about. But she was like, "Pussy." But no, so got heavily intoxicated and had Korean steak, and it was excellent. And I staggered home, and I strapped on.
Do you love a scary story? Do you love to dance? The Big Scary Monster Haunts at Midnight is a collection of dark songs about sex, love, death, revenge, and the end of the world. Brought to you by the world's greatest monster hunting electroshock band, The Deadites. Available on iTunes, Google Music, Amazon, CD Baby, and all other digital distribution sites.
This is Matt Kennedy of Astron 6. You might know me as Manborg. You might know me as Father John Sullivan in Father's Day. But what's important right now is that you're listening to Trick or Treat Radio.
My name's Jason Voorhees from Camp Crystal Lake. And since I only ever kill people that had sex, all those little virgins on the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group have nothing to fear from me. They're too busy talking about horror movies, comics, video games, RPGs, and all the disgusting, dumb, nerdy stuff that those boys on the Trick or Treat Radio podcast talk about. They'll never have any time to meet a girl, and if they do meet a girl, she'll just be as dorky as them. That's right, the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook page has tons of girls on it. Well, 4 or 5, get 3. A few girls, all right? Now get off my back. They only gave me $50 to do this promo. So go to Facebook, search for Trick or Treat Radio, join the group, and start talking nerd. When the show ends, the discussion just begins. Copyright. Fuck you, Michael Raven Shadow.
Hello. This is the Sasquatch, aka Bigfoot, but you can just call me Frank. And when I'm not stomping around the woods throwing rocks at hunters, I like to listen to the Paranormal Punchers podcast. That's right, Paranormal Punchers. They talk about all things paranormal, and they're hilarious. Go find them on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, and ParanormalPunchers.com.
I can tell you I'm never coming back on this show. Especially now that I did that thing that you just didn't do. Which I will be sending you an invoice for.
We're back at Trick or Treat Radio.
Ready? Hey, I'm watching Golden Girls over here.
Picture it. Sicily,
Yeah,
1943.
You guys were non-stop talking about Golden Girls during the break. It was weird.
You never watched Golden Girls.
I didn't say I didn't watch it.
Did you?
I've
like
never
it?
had a 10-minute conversation about it, though.
Did you like it?
It's fine.
I have a thing for B. Arthur, though, so that's why I like it.
All right, we're going to talk about a movie.
Do we have to?
Mars, we probably would have been better off doing this movie that Jakey said we should do.
Yeah, with that fucking asshole is going to shoot a fucking gun out of a bow and arrow. He's billed as Aquaman.
Need help with that package?
Look at it. You open it.
What am I opening?
Let me help you with your package.
I don't.
Now.
All right, we're going to talk about A Taste of Phobia. This film hit VOD, DVD, Blu-ray. What the fuck?
What?
I don't know. He laughed, so I looked over there.
No, I wasn't. I don't know. I know. I'm just reading the
What?
synopsis of this movie.
What? There is a synopsis? Oh, my God. All right, so Taste of Phobia is a horror anthology from 2018 put out by Artsploitation. Let me look for... I don't have a synopsis. Do you have one there, MZ?
Well, it says the plot is unknown at this time.
Yeah.
I think that's what the script read.
Let's see. Bad acting loosely tied in together with some woman on a couch.
So Taste of Phobia, it is 14 short stories about phobias. That's pretty much it. And so it was a little bit of a down week, so we went to the Artsploitation well because it's usually been
It's a slam dunk.
been good, yeah. I think the worst film we've seen from them is, well, I guess it depends on who you ask, but for some people it would have been Horsehead. For some people, maybe The Perfect Husband, even though that one wasn't bad. It just wasn't great, yeah. But yeah, so for the most part, we've liked all the films from Artsploitation. So if you guys are listening, Artsploitation, we're sorry. We like all your other films.
Everyone strikes out every now and again.
All right, so typically what we do in when we do horror anthologies is we run through each one. We can do that really quickly, I think, because I honestly...
have to?
Well, we don't have to, but I think...
Is there anyone that anyone wants to really talk about? Like,
There's nothing. There's no real in-depth. There's no real depth to any of these stories. So
No.
discussing them when in
I
depth
feel
would
like
be
the filmmakers.
wouldn't
I
be
said
worth
this in
it.
the chat, so I'm repeating myself, but I feel like the filmmakers got their definition of irony from an Alanis Morissette song. Like,
Yeah,
guy hates medicine, guy takes medicine, guy dies of medicine. Oh wow! See what we did there, folks? Like
Yep.
I didn't care for this. Good trick.
although I did like the acting of Big Mouth Billy Bass.
Which one was he?
That was Big Mouth Billy Bass.
Oh,
It was his
talking
feature debut.
fish.
yeah. That was Johnny's favorite.
Yeah, I
fluff head.
thought he did a good job in this movie. I'm looking forward to his next movie.
Yeah, he'll be doing a Filet-O-Fish commercial next.
I did have a crush on the girl who was allegedly a virgin. She was my type of.
I like the
Yeah,
girl
of
that was
course.
watching TV.
I like the girl that was cooking.
Yeah, oh yeah. When I was thinking about you in the she
Really,
definitely-
you were thinking about me?
No,
while you
no.
watched
I was thinking that girl must definitely work in the dairy industry.
She quit.
Like, thanks for the memories on that one.
Jesus.
Okay, let's continue.
We should play it, Johnny. This is fucking
Everybody's
excellent.
enlightened.
No.
I don't think we need
Yeah, I
to
don't
play
wanna-
this
No.
one.
Let's
All right.
Q Buster.
All right, so 14. Let's go through. I'll go. What? How about this? I'll read through the different ones. Talk about what the phobia was. If you guys have anything,
If anyone has any bad jokes to add,
anything
we'll
to
just-
say, any bad jokes, then you can add them there.
Literally, you're just gonna be reading the phobias, and we're just gonna see it.
We'll see. We'll see.
I
If it-
really thought though, because just going into it, I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't watch this. Like I thought, like,
oh, you were gonna try to get away with it.
well, no.
I gave him permission.
No, I already watched it, but I was thinking,
Yeah,
okay,
I
well,
already watched it.
there maybe it's like not gonna be a usual like S's for fucking spiders or
S is
whatever.
for fucking.
Yeah, it's a whole new alphabet now. But like I figured it'd be like some weird obscure stuff, and really would get down, and maybe I might get the heebie-jeebies. You know what I mean? Like,
I had high hopes for this. Like,
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna really delve deep into people's fucked up little
Yeah,
phobias
like
and
something.
Shit, but
Yeah. Well, I wasn't expecting this many stories. When I hear an anthology, I'm thinking 4, 5
my
tops.
stories.
the stories. Yeah.
4 or 5 tops. I wasn't
Yeah, but
expecting how
we've
many
also
was it?
seen
14?
14. ABC's of Death at 26, right?
Yeah.
B, C, D, E, F, G.
You were expecting
You're fucking counting.
you were expecting the 4 tops.
what
is
the
that
fuck
you're
are you?
He's
I
counting
didn't
how many
count.
letters in the alphabet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like a bizarre like Spider-Man count going on there.
Yeah.
The fuck last?
I can't move. I can't move this thing until this finger's moved.
Oh, God.
Okay, Peter.
I can't. The whip.
You'd really like Naito, I think.
Whoa, Nyadova?
Yeah.
Who's that dude?
Will you keep quiet, you zagnut? Go ahead, Johnny.
What?
Well, yeah, that was more fucking Golden Girls
Dang.
Clue.
So you're surprised there were 14.
I was surprised there was this many, yeah.
That was pushing it for an hour and a half movie.
Yeah. Some of them were short. Some of them, I think there was one that was like maybe 8 minutes, was the longest 8 or 9 minutes or something like that. And then there was some that were like 2 minutes. Now, all right. I'll go, fuck it. We'll give some overall thoughts later. Phobia, I think is how you say that.
Yeah.
Fear of hair. Now, actually, this is maybe a good point to say that. So to kind of piggyback on what Mars was saying, to me, this was almost like these were like. Do you guys know that meme, Bad News Brian?
Yeah.
To me, most of these shorts were like a really bad punchline of like that meme. Where the dude
Just put it
has
in your-
phone sex once, gets AIDS.
Yeah.
Like that's like one of
Bad News
them.
Brian, yeah, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah, it's
I could see why.
it's like one of the most famous
Yeah.
memes. So I'll post them up here for you.
There he is.
It's great comedy. Right?
You ever seen this dude, Brian?
Okay,
Bad News
yeah,
Brian?
yeah.
Yeah, I hate him.
Why?
Does.
Nerf War.
Nerf War dies of multiple gunshot wounds.
I thought that was Raven Shadow.
Yeah, here's the one I was talking about. Has phone sex, gets AIDS.
AIDS.
Gets a new job, something to do with blowing. Whoa. Turns on the TV to watch the news. It's stuck on Fox News.
This guy can't catch a break. and you're right. It seems like every
It just was like,
segment was based around Bad News Brian.
I mean, and that's an oversimplification of it because not all of them did, but it was almost like, here's a thing. Now we're not going to do a phobia. It's just going to be something kind of related to that thing.
Yeah.
So like out of the 14, I would say 10 or 11 of them didn't even really deal with the actual phobia. It just had
but it-
that.
Because that
But
guy
it
wasn't
also-
scared of hair. He liked to remove it.
yeah, he liked to
wasn't
remove it. He wasn't afraid of it.
But also
Yeah.
the
That
problem
was his
is
kink.
that so many of the phobias, which are real phobias by the way, are so obscure that of an extremely small handful can actually relate to what's going on the screen. Whereas things like the fear of germs or fear of the dark, which is much more which is much more widespread, and people can understand that more, and that's why I felt those ones, particularly the fear of germs and the fear of the dark, were much more effective.
I think Fear of the
They-
Dark might have been my favorite.
Exactly.
Yep.
Fear of the Dark was definitely my favorite. It was still not great, but it was definitely the best of the bunch.
I like how by. Oh, I thought we were talking about Iron Maiden songs.
Yeah. I mean, the first one, the fear of the hair, which once again wasn't fear of hair. It looks more like a knockoff, like a Batman villain that would be on Gotham.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like
Mr. Zaz gone wrong.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like, and he had a
He looked
creepy
like
look
somebody
to
from
him.
Mad Max.
Yeah, he did look creepy.
He looked creepy, and in the end, he had a little bit of business where it was like, oh, okay, and
And the thing is, like, it wasn't
that was the
even-
best one. If I could say there was a best one,
I wouldn't go.
Oh
as
no,
far
that
as
was.
to say that.
You thought that was the best short?
if I could say if they.
It was the last one he saw, so of course it was the
It was the first one.
No,
yeah.
the most tolerable. I fucking hated the Virgin one. I hated the fucking Star one. And the shit one.
I actually like
the Star one was actually
Star one. Yeah, was
had the
interesting,
most
yeah.
potential to be something.
And it was the longest too. So, well,
Yeah. It was
Well,
one
I
of
guess because it was the longest, it had
Yeah.
like the ability to develop into almost something.
this movie had so much potential.
I agree.
Great,
The premise,
fantastic idea.
the premise alone, like if you to be able to explore these phobias, you can do some cool stuff.
Yeah.
What I feel like happened here is someone was like, oh, like this is a cool short. This is a cool short. This is a cool short. These are all loosely based on phobias. I'm gonna make an anthology of these, and that's what I feel like someone
it's a
reached
collection.
out and grabbed these after like they weren't made specifically for
That's
this.
what I thought too, because there's a lot of each one looks a little bit different.
Well,
Some
and
look
that's
the same.
and that's
There's
not
a couple
weird.
that look a little
Yeah, but that's
off
not-
as far as the film that they used, or
Yeah, but that's
digital
not
film or
weird
whatever.
because they're all different filmmakers. So of course they're going to do it their own way. I have no problem with that at all. Some looked very competently made, and some looked like it was someone doing their homework on like the night before it was due.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Like the
A is for abortion.
no. You're M is for miscarriage. You mean?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I mean,
The-
technically, they did their job.
The one for
They
me.
made shorts.
The one for me, politicophobia, fear of
Oh,
politics.
what the fuck?
Was how much of a fucking how much of like dropping the ball is that? You have like a fucking I mean, granted, when you think of that, you don't automatically think of like what to do with it, but you can say something important and relevant with that, and they did none of that.
no,
It was-
instead they did it in Masiophobia, which I still can't figure out.
That one pissed me off too.
that one was bad, yeah. And that one looks like it was actually filmed on.
The guy ran out of gas, and the other guy brought him to
Oh,
get
Fear
gas.
of Maze.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
Now that one to me, it felt like it was filmed on my first smartphone, which was like a flip up keyboard Windows phone. Like
Fisher Price.
The acting was terrible on that one.
Yep.
And as I thought they were going somewhere that I thought was a really bad place, like just what we fucking need right now, a Mexican gentleman being kidnapped with an American flag behind him.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, granted, the ending was a bit of a payback, but I don't know how we got there. All of a sudden, there was a gunshot, and then the dude's free.
You got guys wearing "Make America Great Again" hat with the fucking American flag behind the Mexican guy,
Yeah.
who is bound and gagged. I mean, that's a real good look right now,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Jesus.
But that had potential to be something.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
They all did, but it seems like they took out the most interesting part, and that's the phobia itself, because it seems like Johnny said, they didn't even tackle the phobia.
Yeah, most of them didn't. There was a couple that did, and then the rest really just were loosely. So someone was like, "Oh, fear of virgins. Okay, I'm going to put a virgin in my thing."
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do. Well, it wasn't really a fear of virgins. It was just this one dude who didn't want to have sex with a virgin because she was a little stalkerish.
Yeah, but all these tried to relate to.
No, he didn't like.
All of these tried to relate them to the idea of having phobias by putting them in some sort of hallucinogenic state.
Yeah.
Like
But
like
it
their
didn't
mind
work.
is going crazy or something like that. Like we get to see what's going on inside their brain as they're
But it
trying
didn't-
to deal
but it
with
didn't
this
work, yeah.
quote unquote phobia. Which yes, it did not work at all.
But that line you're talking about, basically what it was there was a porn star. It was a porn set.
Yeah.
And when the scene opens, the director's giving the guy dialogue, and you say the line, "Oh, I feel like I'm fucking a virgin for the first time," and then he gets all tweaked out like, "Why would I want that? Why would I say that? I don't want to fuck a virgin." He's like, "No, it's in the script." And then when the girl shows up, you find out again that she just happens to be a virgin, and she's gonna be on this porn set for the first time.
You explaining this right now didn't make it any less awesome.
But no, that's what I mean. Like it's stupid.
Not only that,
It's
but
dumb.
Not only that, but really do some spell checking too. There was some really.
Well, some of these are international, and
I get that. I get
think
that.
they spelled them the way
I get
that.
that, but I mean, when you spell virgin one way and then spell virgin during the end credits, there's a problem. When you spell aging one way in the movie and then you spell aging again during the end credits, there's a problem.
Yeah, if you're not consistent, then yes, there is.
Johnny-
That irked me.
Johnny, I'm begging you.
Begging me
If
what?
you love me at all, please cue Buster.
No, I'm not going to keep. We haven't even talked about it.
Yeah, but we don't need to talk about it.
We are talking about it.
Yeah, but he just fucking gave the plot of like because he had to say some shit. He just gave the plot of a bad movie. Like he just told us the plot of the dumb movie, and it was still dumb. Even though he's smart, he couldn't make it any better. He has a fucking funny accent, and he says funny things, and he couldn't fucking make it any better. That was the fucking one Hail Mary we had.
The one short was
Now he's gonna fucking talk about.
Yeah,
spelling.
that's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We
the one
discuss
short that
movies.
was really good was
Good,
Nyctophobia.
bad, indifferent.
That was really the best one.
Which one?
Nyctophobia.
Yeah,
Fear
yeah.
of the Dark. That was really the best one.
So
Zero dialogue.
with nyctophobia and hemophobia, those are two ones you shouldn't fuck up. Like those are like shoe-ins. How can you fuck these up? Nyctophobia I liked, was probably one of my favorites. But
we fucked up hemophobia though.
Right, they did. That's what I was gonna compare and contrast.
Fear of blood.
Hemophobia was really bad.
Oh,
but nyctophobia. But the thing is, was it good?
Why would
or
anybody be afraid of me?
Was it good, or was it good by comparison?
No, there was nothing good.
No.
That. Whoa, Aries!
Christ.
Jesus
Dead.
Christ! What the hell is that? He
I got a sniffle.
He sneezed his soul out of his
Saying
body.
that one of these was the best is like saying you look like the best with your shirt off in this room.
No, they were good. They were good by comparison. They were good by comparison. On their own.
Who looks the best with their shirt off?
Johnny.
No, Raven Shadow, maybe.
No.
I look over my shirt
No.
off.
Are you sure?
In the dark.
Nyctophobia. We all get nyctophobia.
It look, by comparison, these look really, really good. On their own, they're mildly decent at best.
Well, how do you know how they'd be on their own?
Nyctophobia and astrophobia, I think, were the two that looked the best.
I don't remember. Which was astrophobia?
The Fear of
What's the
Stars,
stars?
the one
With
with
the
the
Viking.
Oh, yeah,
Viking.
I liked him.
Astro
Give that
Viking.
guy a show.
Astro Viking, yeah.
But how would you know how they would be on their own? You watch them together.
Well,
You've never watched them on their own.
I could picture.
Like if this was on,
I
like
could picture them on their own.
What, like an advent calendar? Watch a short every day up until Christmas?
I'd be pissed.
Be a shitty
Like how
advent.
about the other? There was one that came out about maybe 5 years ago, on the internet of this woman who would keep on clicking her lights on and off.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden she would see a shadow.
Oh, Lights
in the
Out.
Let's
So
out.
Lights Out
it
came
became
from.
it became the movie.
It became
Lights
the
Out,
movie, yeah.
And it wasn't a fucking shadow. It was a little fucking demon
It was a
baby
demon,
monster.
yeah.
No, but it was a
Fucking
shadow
scary.
way down at the end of the hallway is what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that on its own looked really, really good. It was effective, and it actually got a movie made out of it. Now, I'm not saying that anybody's going to be getting any kind of movie deals after this.
Well, they already fucking made a movie. We watched it.
No, after this, I'm saying. But you never know. But I will say that Nyctophobia was the best one. And it was short, too. It was like only 2 minutes long.
Now, the thing that worked about Nyctophobia, and obviously we are jumping all around, but the thing that worked was that it had good acting, like she was expressive, and you could despite the lack of dialogue, you could feel what she was going through.
And we've all been scared of the dark at one point or another in our lives, too.
I think it's just you.
Yeah.
Huh? No.
You want to edit this?
Oh, really? I mean, from being a little kid to even today. I mean, there are times
I don't
where
like the dark. Still.
Well, we like you in the dark.
I don't like it. I like to be prepared. It's hard to be prepared in the dark.
And you know what? Like toward the end, I actually thought that there was like a monster in it, and it reminded me of one of the zombies from Sugar Hill. You guys, MZ didn't see Sugar Hill, right?
I've seen Sugar Hill, you limp dick.
What?
Oh,
Jesus.
Q Buster. I watched Scream Blackula. Scream, that was good.
So, all right, I am gonna run through each one.
Oh, there you
We
go.
talked about chatophobia, fear of hair already. Oh, and the one thing I wanted to add about that was the wax. Like,
That's some strong fucking wax.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Like to rip off a woman, like to rip off the woman's fucking skin.
Yeah.
And like everything except for bone.
Yeah. Well, that happened in the 40-year-old version, so we could give that a pass.
But I thought that dude was relatively creepy.
Right.
That wasn't, I mean, it wasn't a very good one, but it didn't make me hate it right off the bat. But then we go to
And the practical effects weren't too bad.
Yeah, it was okay. Then we go to pharmacophobia, fear of medication.
That's stupid.
And this one had terrible acting.
Yep.
And Mars had said it earlier. If you've gone this long without taking medication, why the fuck would you do it now?
Yeah. And how can you get that old if
Oh, I guess I'll take some now.
Yeah, 'cause-
okay, no big deal.
Yeah, he didn't look that bad that he would be.
Yeah.
I'll take medicine now.
He had some like disgusting like mucus in his hand.
He had a cold.
Yeah, he had a cold.
He had it hanging off his side of his nose and shit.
Yeah,
He had a cold.
Yeah, I coughed up worse shit quitting smoking.
Just now you just coughed up worse shit.
And so that one made me fucking angry. I was like, after the first
Well,
one,
maybe
I
you
was
should take some medication
like
for
that. Like that skit could have been your phobia, right? So you fucking you all your life without doing it. Maybe you're in an accident, right? And you're in the hospital, and they have to fucking
and they
pull
give
you
it
in,
to you
and they have to
because you have no
inject
choice.
Okay,
And
don't
you
try to
can't
make it
speak.
better.
No, because I have so many fucking dumb ideas according to fucking Aries. I'm not fucking smart, right?
Aries, he did make it better.
Right? Like that'd be
He
something.
did.
Hey.
So you're in like fucking you're in this, and
No,
you're like one.
he didn't make it better.
Yeah, he did.
Because it still exists how it is, and we're still fucking talking about it. We can talk about all sorts of crazy shit and just
Let's make our own phobia movie.
No.
You're getting mad at me because he got pissed at you.
No, I'll make it mad at
He
you.
wants to
'cause
break
you-
up the tag team.
I just really just. It's bad. Let's move on.
And
That's
he
all
already,
I want.
You already talked about one movie already with the medicine one first.
Don't be the Miss Elizabeth to the Mega Maniacs. Okay?
No, I'm mad at you.
Are you calling me a broad?
You should be honored to be a woman.
She was
Not a
hot
very
too.
pretty woman, but
And
Right.
so this one may have been one of the worst segments I've ever seen in a horror anthology.
Well, wait. Let's hold off to the next one you're going to talk about.
Well, I write my notes in succession, so I watch
Okay.
them in order. So, and then we had Parthenophobia, which is a fear of virgins. We talked about that a little bit.
Oh, okay. I'm getting the order mixed up. Okay.
Okay,
Although I must say though, the guy who with the long black hair, that's
Looks
how
like you.
That's how I think I look like. That's how I think I look like. And then I walk by a mirror. I'm like, nope.
that there was like a stupid fucking effect in this that just killed it for me.
It's just stupid.
It was the like when they were showing like the faces, like was this the one where they're showing like the
There was all
distorted
blurred
faces?
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just annoyed the fuck out of me.
Yeah. It was
And-
a dollar store effect there.
yeah. I just didn't I don't know, like this isn't like I didn't get the sense that this is a phobia. Like fear of virgins?
I've never heard of that.
All right, moving on.
I mean, I'm not doubting that that's real, but
No,
yeah,
it's a real thing. They got,
well,
it's a
they're all
term.
real, but
it's a real scientific term. I mean,
but I just don't.
scientific. I'm in hell. Like that's what this is.
what? What is
You've
your
already
problem
died.
right
You've
now?
died then, Mars.
All those fucking pills, and I woke up today, and I didn't
Here
actually
you are.
wake up.
You're
I'm
in hell.
Oh, sit back, drink your Dr. Pepper, and shut the fuck up.
Oh.
Now you're mad at me because he's mad at you, and I didn't do anything to you. Just said you're an ugly woman, which I think is unfucking deniable.
you ever think about taking your sweet tart ropes and turning them into a noose?
I'm a very
He's
very
already
pretty
dead.
woman. Under this beard, I'm a beautiful woman.
Right.
True.
I'm not even positive we have a neck anymore.
The beard ate his neck.
I am not you.
Humble Eddie says, haven't seen the feature film they made out of it, but the greatest horror short film I ever saw was Lights Out. Scarier than most features.
I like
Yeah.
The
Lights
short
Out.
is better than the movie.
The short was great.
But I mean,
Oh,
it's,
the short is so good.
I think the thing with horror shorts is
So
if you
fun.
can do it right, like they can be flawless, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because you don't have
Well,
you have
that's-
very little rope to mess it up.
That's the thing. That's what pisses me off so much about this. So, all right. So, fear of virgins, stupid.
Yeah, that was bad.
Moving on. Coprophobia, fear of feces.
What the fuck, huh?
So we have this dude who is like what middle like
Age, probably 40.
No,
50s.
he's young guy.
he's
Maybe
at,
early 40s.
he's at least in his like late 30s, early 40s.
Young guy.
Now, if you have a fear of feces, how do you go that far in life?
Without ever going to the bathroom.
No, well, let's just argue that he was afraid of that bathroom because of the condition of the toilet.
What? Yeah.
But that is the cleanest bathroom I've ever seen for a
Otherwise.
fucked up toilet.
Yeah. So
yeah, like everything is spotless.
That is
except
like
the toilet.
hospital clean.
Right,
Until he
compared to-
flips that lid.
Compared to the joint in
Dogma?
no, Desperado.
Oh, okay.
So they go into the secret way.
So if you have a fear of feces, why would you actually throw up in that toilet?
Right.
Oh, to be that close to
when
it,
you have a
yes.
sink and a tub nearby. Like he didn't have a fear of like filth. He had a fear of feces. So why would you put your face
Then you know what?
right near it?
You get some fucking adult diapers, all right? You throw them away and you hop in the fucking shower and you go about your day.
Yeah, well, he
You
did
drop
that.
a deuce right there on the floor. If
no, but-
if the toilet is that bad, you just drop your
And-
deuce on the floor.
And what was that attacking him? Was that like a giant piece of shit, or was that like a,
Like
a stuffed teddy
animal.
bear or
I
something?
can't believe we're fucking talking about this right now. I really can't.
Then go downstairs if you don't
Look,
want to
we've all
discuss
acknowledged
this.
that this movie sucks. So
Why
we're
are
not
we
going to
still
have fun with
talking
it.
about it?
We're going to
But-
tear
so we're gonna
apart
have
the
fun with
worst
it.
segment of this movie. Buckle up.
Yeah, we're just going to have fun with it because we know it's bad.
Yeah, but
try to get some
every
sort of
motherfucker in this room can talk about any old thing all day long. Like, why do we have to talk about this movie?
Because
like-
no one cares
it's
what
like-
else we talk about.
It's like fucking nobody cares about this either.
This is what we do, man.
It's
This is
like
why we're
fucking
here.
bullying.
Bullying.
This is like shooting fish in a barrel. This was a bunch of amateur
Shooting
filmmakers.
So what was that was attacking him?
It was a shit monster.
It was a shit
It was
monster.
a sh-
okay.
a
It was a
Stuffed-
shit demon.
a
Surprised it wasn't your fucking favorite movie and your number one of the year that year.
Which one?
Fucking Bad Milo.
It wasn't my number one. It was top 10.
And then I revamped my line, and I thought that this might be the worst segment I've ever seen. I honestly don't even know what was going on.
Koopy tried to warn me.
I know he did.
Now,
Yeah,
did
this was really
he,
bizarre.
did he have a stuffed animal that he thought that was stuck in the toilet?
But
he thought it
was he
shit?
trying to shove it back up his ass, or
Yeah.
was he trying to get it out?
yeah, well, once you get in the, that was even...
And then he cut himself?
Yeah. Well,
I
after
don't
he
know
was
what
done
that
rubbing
was.
it all over his body.
Well, first it was the one that came from the toilet, and then there's the one that came from himself.
This is going to
Mars, do
be...
you need help with your seatbelt? Because this ain't
Every
going
episode-
away anytime soon.
Every episode is someone's first episode.
I think
And
Mars
this'll be
needs
their
one of your...
last episode,
I think
too.
Mars needs one of your knives right now.
Well, let's hope he doesn't have
buckle up with your 5-point harness. 'cause
hemophobia.
We're what?
All right,
4 segments in?
we know this one sucked. Let's just skip it, please.
Raven J's hanging out. What's up, Raven J?
Hey, Raven.
And he says, that's a soundbite. Under this beard, I'm a beautiful woman.
Was there any doubt?
It's a metaphor.
Yeah, I think Liza Minnelli said that one.
I really want to know what was going on. I really want to know what was going on with that fucking stuffed shit bear.
Was it really a shit demon, or was it?
I think he
really
was trying to
bizarre.
shove it up his ass.
Yeah,
Well, no,
He
because
might
there
have
was
been.
the one that came from the toilet that attacked him.
like a.
But
fucking
then when
bully.
he
Did
finally
it? I
just-
mean, I don't even know. I don't even know if
So-
it came from the
So
toilet.
did he,
I
did
interpret
he
it as-
vomit it up?
As very bad acting, the shit monster coming out of the toilet and attacking him. And then his bad acting.
Man, I hate to think that guy actually went to school to learn how to do that.
Oh.
We suffered for his art,
we suffered
No,
for
we
his
suffered
art.
for his art.
and that was the first full frontal male nudity we saw in this film.
Oh, that was pretty blatant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
It was cock and
it
balls
was
and everything.
cold water, though, to be fair.
He's the grower, not a shower. There's something I am gonna
Oh, yeah,
I'm
now
gonna
Johnny's
I'm gonna
bringing
pull
it
it
up.
up because there's something I want to show you in one of these. I don't know if you caught. Oh, this fucking one. This fucking one. Oh, this fucking one.
Yeah, she's cute, though.
Oh, she was adorable.
Although that was a nice house.
Yeah.
All right. It is a fucking.
Now,
bear.
see, where did that come from?
the toilet.
That's the toilet one.
But how do you
He's
know
like-
it didn't?
But that's
He's
bad
like-
acting.
He's rubbing it all over himself.
Yes. That is just bad acting.
What is he doing?
It's like he's like, oh,
Dynamo,
who's been a
stop
good
hiding
boy?
your eyes, you big baby. Come on.
It's like he was on vacation and he's seeing his kitty cat for the first time. Like,
Come on, it's just a middle-aged guy rubbing a shit teddy bear all over himself.
No, that's just a college girl. Like, no, I don't want to. No, no, please stop.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is
It's like
Okay, so moving on to misophobia.
yeah, mesophobia.
Fear of germs.
Yeah, this was a good one.
No.
No, it wasn't. This was
No.
stupid too.
This was good. This was my favorite one until Nyctophobia.
Get the fuck out of here. This is
I'm
Is
not
this
saying
the
it
hairless
was that
guy, though?
good.
This looks like the hairless guy
It
Doesn't
does,
it,
yeah.
though?
with eyebrows.
I felt that they reused actors in here.
So there's CGI in here that just completely killed anything for
Yeah,
me.
the CGI was rather shitty, but you know, I kind of did like this one.
Well, to this point, this was my favorite one.
Yeah, mine too.
To this point, because the rest were just
Well, there's, yeah,
terrible.
But it makes no sense.
What? Fear of germs?
No, I get that, but I don't know what happens. Oh, it's fucking dumb.
There's one thing I want to try to find in this one if I can locate it. All right, so it's
Talk about the CGI bugs.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
the
No,
CGI ruined.
do you see what this
That was
says?
awful.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think we get a close up of it in a
Yeah,
sec.
you do. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Wait till we get the
Look
close
at
up.
Raven Shadow. He has no idea.
Yeah.
I don't. Put your good glasses on.
Watch. Keep your eyes open.
Was it lube?
Well, I'm gonna pause it. So
Get ready to have your mind blown, dude.
Is it lube?
Just watch. Just watch. You'll see.
Oh, is he
it's
drinking
what,
hand
it's
sanitizer?
what he's drinking.
But remember, this is a foreign country segment, so of course the spelling's going to be different. But just
So he
Hold on.
he
Oh.
basically puts the entire room in like plastic. He's got a.
here we go.
Was that say Raven Shadow?
Oh, Al Cool right there, Bambaleo. That's the art for the.
Yeah, it is. That's why I'm gonna grab it right now.
That's my next T-shirt.
Al Cool. Superimpose like a shady picture of Raven Shadow underneath.
Just any picture of him then.
Wow, really? And to be fair, Al Cool isn't spelt that way in the storyline. like
This
K-H-U-L.
may be where I check out with you, Mars. I didn't realize this. Yeah, I think I'm checking out at this point.
There, I got a screenshot of it. Al Cool.
Oh my God!
So it's a
5% by volume.
Yeah, it's a bottle of rubbing Al Cool.
So that's how crazy he is about making sure he doesn't have germs. Is because he's drinking alcohol, rubbing alcohol.
Oh, I'm gonna call me a fucking germaphobe.
Now you must have hated coprophobia because you're not a big fan of shit.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't like a lot of feces in my.
I don't like a lot of feces.
Yeah, no, man.
I live a feces-free existence.
I thought we moved on.
No, I know we did, but I just thought I'd bring that up.
Well, because
Al Cool.
I changed my mind. Treat.
But this was the first one that made me actually feel the phobia that he was
that looked awful.
that he was affected by. Yeah, that.
And
that
now
was,
this is stupid.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden, like a somewhat promising start is.
Can you pause? Can you pause that quick?
Hold on.
Because
I'll
there's
go back.
something that I saw the first time around, and I thought it was just my imagination.
Okay. Was that too far? I don't know.
It has to be that above shot right after the bugs. All right, who shit their pants?
Not me.
Oh, gee, I wonder who. I wonder who.
What?
I think someone else would admit it. Someone shit their pants. Who was it?
Wasn't me.
Was it Aries?
maybe I don't smell anything.
All right, now because I think all right, pause it. Does he have an ankle tattoo?
You made me go back. You made me go back for that.
Yeah, I did. Does he have it? No. Are you guys that dumb? If this guy is a complete and total germaphobe, would he actually get a tattoo?
Maybe.
No, he wouldn't.
Do you
If he is scared of germs and
my
lives a
God.
completely sterile life, there is no
understand
way in hell.
Do you understand what happens to needles for tattoos?
Yes, I do.
They're probably more clean than anything.
I do.
If he's willing to stay in a hotel room,
But
he's
does he
willing
have
to get a tattoo.
But does he have a tattoo on his ankle?
It looks like it.
It looks
I don't
like
see
it.
it.
I don't
If
see it.
he's willing to stay in a hotel room, he's willing to get a tattoo.
But maybe he wasn't always a germaphobe. He could have got that tat.
I
10
just
years ago.
see that as
It
I just
is
see that
more-
as being I just don't see that as being
It is more believable
consistent
than a
as
germaphobe would get a
I just
tattoo.
don't see that. I just don't see that as a consistent character.
It is more believable a germaphobe would get a tattoo than stay in a hotel room.
I agree. Yeah.
Sure, but why take that chance?
Why take this chance? Look at this. He's pushing all his protection out of the way.
his bed condom.
So what's the point of the bugs? This is stupid.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Moving on. Masophobia. We already kind of talked about this one. Fear of mazes.
That was the worst one.
Skip it.
Or one of the two.
Refresh my
Actually, that's
memory?
not the worst one. I know one that's worse.
That was the one with the two guys and the
Make America great
the
again.
Mexican
Yeah.
guys lost.
Give me the phobia, like the.
I don't
fear
know.
of, fear of
Phobia.
mazes.
Oh yeah.
But once again, if he was like just driving on his own and his
But
GPS,
it didn't even like. What about a fucking like? It's a great
There wasn't-
opportunity to do a fucking Minotaur maze. God damn it!
Yeah. Or like,
but
you
even
could- the maze could have been like him just driving.
him getting
Oh,
lost in the surface roads.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
maybe what if it was corn, huh?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the
Ooh.
Indians call it maze.
Exactly.
you
But they
know?
didn't
When-
even touch
you know
on
what?
that.
It could be a corn maze, Raven Shadow.
It's fucking scary. He could be a smoker and then fucking get lights on fire, and you're gonna run. You
And
fuck.
how
That's a
would that be
fucking movie.
maze?
Yeah, that
It'll be a
had
flaming maze.
that had because
I'm
that's where I
amazed
thought
this
they were
is
going to go with it.
happening.
That's where I thought they were going to go with it, was to have him drive around in a maze or drive around,
Yeah,
or
it
somehow
sucked.
end up driving around
Be
in a
lost
constant
in this in these
circle,
roads. Yes.
and he can't find his way out,
Oh, I see.
and they just dropped the ball on that.
They started off with it, and then they were like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's have him go to a bar and get directions."
Yeah, so us being fear of mazes and fear of rednecks. These motherfucking guys kidnapped.
For America,
America.
America.
Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. What the fucking? This is
The
stupid.
David Bowie song?
Yeah. What the fuck? You got fucking.
he's getting clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, next one. Astrophobia, fear of stars. Now, for me, this was, at this point, the most interesting one.
This had my attention.
Yeah. And so it was this dude who meets, oh, shit, do you guys remember the name of the girl?
Lakatisha.
Olivia?
Like
IKEA,
like a Nia?
IKEA.
Something like that. Mars. I'm going to skip.
This your first show?
Yeah.
This your first show?
He's watching New Japan.
First show, what?
You seem surprised by all of this.
Lana Kia. That's it.
I'm not surprised. I just tried to stop it. I
Yeah, but
know.
that's what we're doing.
I know if you guys would fucking talk about anything for like 9 hours and then everybody would say I talk too much.
Has anyone ever said you talk too much?
You did a couple weeks ago.
When?
I don't
About what?
remember. I was.
I've
had a
never
rant.
told you talk too much.
I had a rant.
Bullshit.
How
That
was
was
your
in your head.
No, you literally said I had a rant.
Anyone?
Last week?
No, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month ago?
2
Have I
weeks.
ever told him he talks too much?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Oh,
that's fair.
God. Not helping.
It's just
supposed
like
to be
when
with
that
me.
end of the table says that I'm an
we bonded over
egomaniac.
the Golden
But you have
Girls.
a 20-minute intro and you're the god of war, and I'm the egomaniac. Fucking the only humble one is hanker for a hunk of cheese. I can't believe we're still fucking talking about this movie.
There's a lot to go through.
What number are we on?
We're having fun with it.
Yeah, we are having fun.
That's what
I think we're owed to have fun.
this is a collection of jackasses having fun.
So Lina Kia, and is the name of this girl that he meets, and
he was cool. I liked him. He's in his 40s.
I liked him. He was in his 40s.
Well, I'm in my 40s. He's in his 40s.
You're not an investment banker
Not
in
yet.
a nice apartment.
We got we got hair.
We got hair.
We both have bad luck with females.
The thing that I liked about this was that it basically shows that if you look hard enough, you can find some crazy harebrained theory on the internet about something.
Mm-hmm.
Which, he looked up, because she said something when he met her, oh, you don't know who I am. Something like that.
You haven't seen my
blog
or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, or YouTube videos or whatever. She plays music and stuff. So he looked her up, and then he watched one of her videos, and it was cute, and he liked it. He smiled, and then he started scrolling through Lina Kia videos, and he saw someone called the Astro Viking talking about Lina Kia, and Lina Kia is what was it, it's like a bigger galaxy, bigger than the Milky Way or something like that, I think it was.
Yeah.
And that eventually it's going to come and destroy our universe or whatever. I don't know, something along those lines. So he was just saying all this stuff about it, these kind of negative things. And so this dude was believing it, and he was scared of Lina Kia after a while. So I thought it was just kind of interesting that, this wasn't great. It wasn't a great one. It was one of the more interesting ones, but obviously you guys have heard what we've dealt with leading up to this point, so take that with a grain of salt. But I thought that it didn't really address the fear of stars directly, but I thought that it was an interesting kind of twist on it. And, while it really, I guess in a way was kind of a fear of stars, it, I don't know, it was interesting. And I did like that. It just basically showed that if you look hard enough, you can find any fucking crazy theory online.
I thought this was kind of like a take of My Stepmother as an Alien.
Oh, boy.
Okay. So did you think that she was really...
All right, now Q Buster.
Yeah.
And MZ is now out of the discussion.
Yeah, all right. You're in time out with Mars.
No, this one, it could have been a better story if they had a little more time, I think.
Yeah.
If there weren't 14 short stories to cram into this hour and a half, I don't know if they just could have explored it. Maybe another 10 minutes. I'm not saying they could have made a feature-length film out of this, but maybe 10 more minutes to explore this. This could have been a good storyline.
So anyone have anything else to add about Astrophobia? All right. So it fairly interesting, well made. I thought this was up to this point probably the best made one.
Yeah,
and then we go on to Phobia. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Fear of cooking.
Now, fuck this one.
I think
this one started out good. I was like,
what was good about the carrots turning into fingers?
Yeah,
and stuff?
it was just, it had me. I think maybe because of leading up to it with the previous story, and I was like, okay, now we're getting into it. Now shit's getting real. Now we're getting to the good stories.
See, how about this though? It's like I have that so if you're cooking, so if you're doing dishes, so you keep getting takeout, you have tons of fucking takeout delivery drivers coming to your house. You run out of money and you can't pay for them. You got Chinese guys and you got pizza guys.
No,
Chinese guys. Now you.
No, see this.
Chinese food.
Chinese
food.
Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ! You're going all racist.
No, I'm not. It's takeout. What's takeout?
No,
baklava.
The fear of cooking.
Baklava.
Yeah.
The fear of cooking was just a really lame.
Baklava.
No.
And how do you pay for all these delivery people coming to your house?
Oh my
that would
God.
fucking be a phobia.
Maybe that's your phobia. That's fear of paying. That's your own phobia. That's just fear of phobia part 2. Raven Shadow's dilemma.
Godzilla versus baklava.
Baklava. What the fuck? Baklava.
That's a kind of fucking Italian are you with baklava?
Baklava. It's like the soap too. The baklava.
Isn't it
soap.
Greek?
Yes, yeah, that's a Greek thing.
Yeah.
Mars knows that's Greek.
Baklava,
Yeah, but they're like close. You
Greek
should
girls
fucking know that shit.
Baklava.
Baklava.
What's happening in Hawaii? Is that
Baklava,
baklava?
motherfucker.
Baklava.
All right, so
How have you
So-
managed to go this far in life?
so fear of cooking.
People
I
who
don't-
get
this-
stuck in kayak shouldn't throw stones.
Should throw oars.
This had potential with the eye and the finger, and that this was building up to something bigger.
You know what I thought? I thought it was going to actually be sort of in support of veganism or vegetarianism,
Me too.
I could see that going, yeah.
but it didn't. It didn't resolve
No.
to anything.
Well, then Big
that's
Mouth Billy
exactly
Bass
it.
showed up.
Yeah.
And it all went downhill.
And what's with the comic book panels?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
the
they were
fuck?
just trying to be. They were just trying to be stylish, which of
Why?
course just didn't work.
It was fucking dumb.
It had nothing to do with it, granted, but they were just trying to
and
throw
why
their own
did she?
style
And why
into
did
it.
she like? At least in the vision, why did she get in the fucking oven? And then she didn't get in the oven, and then it was over.
Yeah,
It was
there
lame. It was
No,
lame.
no, no, no.
Lame,
that was
lame,
bad,
lame.
like practical effects. And
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone try to commit suicide in an electric oven before.
If we had one here, I'm sure he would see it.
There's the microwave. Let's give it a shot.
All right, so we're moving on to Phobia. I think I guess maybe like geriatric
Fear of aging.
fear of aging.
Yeah.
But that one's stupid fucking too.
I actually kind of forget this one.
That
I
that
didn't
was the
forget
one.
this one.
That was the one with the guy.
The body swap.
Oh yeah. Okay,
This
yeah.
one-
Look at that though. That's something. Look at that. That's not right.
Yeah, that's just cleavage. Have you never seen cleavage?
Listen,
You never gone to a restaurant and had a waitress to take your order?
well, Harry's, you're the one that loves surprise nudity in movies.
Yeah, but that was cleavage. You get cleavage when someone takes your order.
Well, I'm fucking gonna get some takeout tonight.
So Phobia or fear of aging. I thought this one looked really good. It was competently made. It's an interesting concept, but I think it's really difficult to make this work in a short. In the amount of time that they had, it's difficult to make it work.
Yeah.
This could have been better with, more time.
Yeah, maybe the fact this dude is fucking kind of really fucking pretty, and
Yeah,
he's 30.
yeah.
Like maybe have him be like.
But that kind
on
of
the-
goes towards, I guess, if you have a fear of aging, that even though you are young looking, you probably, so I did think that was kind of interesting.
But you know what? This isn't going to hold any clout to someone who's over 30.
Right.
You know that, okay.
All of us.
Yeah. But this 30-year-old kid is complaining about that he looks old. No,
Yeah.
this is a kid to me.
But
Yeah.
he's-
Meanwhile,
I
he
feel
looks. He
he's
looks like he's
29.
23, 24.
I feel absolutely nothing that he feels old, looks old, because I saw no difference between his post and his pre and post.
Right.
It
Well, it
was
looks
still
like a
the same
different
age.
person to me.
Different person, but same age to me.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and I think that's kind of the point, is that he really didn't. He sacrificed a lot for nothing. So I thought that the payoff for it was like a nice tragic sort of ending. So that's why I thought this was probably the most, up to this point, kind of most complete short, where it had a dilemma, it had a resolution, and it went somewhere, and and it was kind of in that Twilight Zone-ish sort of kind of tragic ending, So I thought, it had a decent narrative, but I'm just not sure if that's, because in comparison to the others, it worked better because it actually had a narrative, That's the tough thing, is that it's difficult to view these kind of in a vacuum, apart from the other ones,
You know what? I'll give you that was the most Twilight Zone-y
Yeah.
of all these.
Yeah.
But as far as the modern era, that doesn't hold up.
Yeah, and it kind of speaks to, people taking advantage. Like, this guy took advantage of this other one wanting a body swap, Like, it's people want things so badly, they'll do anything to get them, and then people profit off of them. So that was, I thought, was kind of an interesting angle of it.
Yeah, but, I mean, in today's day and era, the subtleness of this doesn't hold up.
Yep.
As far as the, Twilight Zone 1950s aspect of it. I maybe I'm not explaining myself correctly.
Bond.
Ladies and gentlemen, MZ.
And actually, at first, when he was talking about a swap, I thought that he was maybe talking about a gender swap. That's, I mean, he didn't. It never specifically stated that, but he just was. He kept saying swap, swap.
Right.
But I think it was just the
Swap, swap, how's
the
it
nomenclature of this world.
Yeah, I mean, because of what was already established, I think I just already knew that they were trying to swap bodies for a younger body.
Yep.
And how did I end up with a pile of napkins in front of me?
Because you're a messy guy.
Who?
It was probably Raven Shadow, right?
They probably fell out of your beard.
I'm a little confused. When did these get here?
They've always been here.
No.
Well, you were sneezing. Maybe you could blow your nose.
Did you?
Aw,
Did you give
that's
me these?
sweet. That's
I can help
sweet.
you. Help you blow your nose.
Did you give me these?
I did.
Okay.
He's napkin phobic.
No, I just if something randomly
He
shows
hates
up,
that
I'm a
fucking
little
bear.
cautious.
And his bouncy TP.
All right, we talked about the next one, politicophobia, fear of
I don't even wanna
politics.
fucking talk about that.
Yeah, I'm
That
moving
was the worst.
This had an opportunity to actually say something, and it's like this was the one where I felt like it was like a kid doing his homework at midnight the day before it's due. It looked terrible, it sounded terrible, and it really
The
dropped
guy in
the
the
ball
clown,
on something that could have been
the guy in the
interesting
clown costume or the clown face.
statement. No, he just had a clown like face.
Clown face paint. Yeah.
No, it wasn't even face paint. It was superimposed.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was painted on. What? Well, regardless, doesn't matter. This was a British.
Yes, it
This
was.
was British. So when they started fucking around with the audio, you couldn't make heads or tails of what the hell the guy was saying.
Well, the audio was fucking terrible to begin with.
It was just
Like,
awful.
Everything about this was so poorly made.
This was the worst one, without question. The worst. By far the worst.
Did you see the one about the pooping?
Yeah, but at least it was poop. Now
I'm not arguing that this is a masterpiece, but did you see the pooping one?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
But I like that little bear, you know.
Little shit bear.
Yeah.
Shit bear.
The Elvis Costello over here.
See, it looks like it's kind of superimposed
I
to
don't
me. I don't
know.
know,
It just sucks.
but it
It
doesn't
just
matter.
sucks.
It sucks.
That's a little weird, yeah.
All right, so moving on. This one was terrible. Somnophobia, fear of sleep. And so,
Well, that's been done before in Nightmare on Elm Street.
yes, this one actually, I think the people that made Fear of Sleep were actually from around here. I remember seeing I looked up the filmmakers' names, and I think they used to do a lot of stuff with Buff, Boston Underground Film Fest, and I think they're from around here. Not that we shouldn't speak our mind, we should, but I think they're from
That one was good.
from this area.
Well,
It was boring, but there was some interesting stuff.
is this ironic that I fell asleep during this one?
Get out.
Because I really don't
Did you
remember
really?
this one. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I honestly don't remember this one, yes.
It's as ironic as anything in this movie.
This one?
I
Yeah.
vaguely remember the political one, and I must have fallen asleep because
So
I was getting pretty.
in this
fucking
one,
close.
this dude had he had to make a prototype of something, and his boss was like, "Oh, well, you better not go to sleep." And
I do remember this one. I didn't like this one.
He got the takeout.
and then he basically kind of
And
like
the drill.
lobotomized himself
But
almost.
this one had the and did anyone catch this? The drill was one-dimensional.
One-dimensional.
Yeah.
One-dimensional.
It was very quick.
Fast forward, Johnny. Does he have a fucking tattoo on his wrist?
Yeah, when he
the one thing I thought was effective and it was kind of spooked me out, is when he pulled one of his eyelashes off with tweezers.
Oh, yeah.
That was
it was just after that. He turned the drill and it was one-dimensional.
I think you're one-dimensional.
I am not one-dimensional. Maybe I was dreaming. I don't know.
You mean like a cardboard cutout of a drill?
Yeah,
How many? Is this?
I'm pretty sure he was holding a real drill.
he was.
All right, you guys are doing it on purpose now.
There we go. There we go.
That's a real drill.
It's a real drill.
No, back that up.
But the bit isn't.
Back
real.
that up. Right here.
Holy shit.
Oh, it's just an effect because he's yeah.
Well, that was one-dimensional. Motherfuckers. Someone in this movie used an effect, and you guys are just gonna
Look at the way this
laugh
guy's
it
twitching
over.
his eyes.
Where'd he get the drill?
Did he go to Home Depot
got
to
it
get
from the
that
shit
drill?
monster.
See a receipt.
the one time someone uses something in this fucking movie, you guys are just like, oh, fuck it.
Well, it was a special effect.
Yeah.
All right.
The one special effect in this movie, you guys are like, oh, fuck it, it was nothing.
Well, I mean,
Anerophobia, fear of dreams.
Oh, fuck off, all of you.
Now, this one, to me, I just it had no impact on me. Really weak.
This one bored me.
Bad effects. This is a woman who's tossing and turning in bed. She's having these weird dreams with some effects that I've used in the CryptoCast, which is telling you something about the state of the effects that they're using, and it just I don't understand why she doesn't have a fear of dreams. She's just having a weird dream, and then she kills her boyfriend or her husband or whatever. Okay. All right. Nyctophobia, fear of dark.
Best one.
How's it going? Are you afraid
Not
of
that, Nick.
Albanians?
Hey, crazy.
Listen,
So
you could have, instead of this movie, been talking about a little Tull, a little Anna Gata Davida, but still we're talking about people putting poop monsters in their pooper.
all right, well.
Not good. Fair real yards.
So at least this one actually dealt with an actual phobia, right?
Yeah.
But it's a shit
It was direct. It was right to the point.
Yep.
It was just done
And I
very,
thought
very well.
I thought she acted it really well too. So
I thought, yeah.
I think she sold it. That helped a lot.
Yeah.
And the way it was filmed also was really, really strong. I think that
No, this was good.
the technical aspects of this really worked, and this may have been my favorite. Yeah,
Yeah, this was my favorite.
I think so.
Because it doesn't also deal with the idea of, well, how did she get to this point if she couldn't have dealt with it so many times before?
Right.
This is one isolated incident
And
where
even
where she lives with the lights on, she sleeps with the lights on, but this time the lights are going out.
and even
And
the
what happens
addition
then?
of the recording, the tape recorder, added a lot. Because it gave you part of the story where it was her doctor talking to her about her fear of the dark, which I thought was super effective. So yeah, this one was probably the best of the bunch. And lastly, hemophobia, fear of blood. Now, up to this point, we've had an interstitial, not between every short, but between every 4 or 5, we would see the girl sitting on the couch, flipping through TV, and that was the final short. So I'd wondered, because I thought that was the weakest fucking interstitial ever for an anthology. It's just this girl flipping through the TV on a couch.
Yeah.
No dialogue, nothing to set it up, nothing. So I just was like, what the fuck is this even doing? Now, I'm glad they actually used it for one of the shorts, but it still didn't really add anything to have it be an interstitial. It didn't add anything to do that way. So I don't know why they did that, but
To be fair, there were boobs in it.
yes, there were boobs, Harry's.
Yes.
There's boobs in this room too.
I'm just saying.
And I don't know, this just was kind of lame. They could have
It didn't end on a very strong
fear
note.
of blood. Can't you do something cool with that?
Apparently not.
Yeah.
If someone gave you all these phobias and you're a filmmaker, the two you're probably going to gravitate towards are fear of dark and fear of blood, right? Those right off the bat, oh my god, these are no fucking brainer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And this was just really poor.
Yeah, I don't even remember too much about it. I was just
She
so
just was
pissed off.
tearing at herself.
Yeah.
because-
Oh yeah.
It was more of rehash of the germs.
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they could have done way more with this. It just was really a kind of a lead up to a gross out scene that wasn't even that gross with half-ass special effects. So, all right. So I guess anyone else have anything to add before we head to verdict on this? Any more poop monsters, Mars? I know you've been dying to talk about this.
Let's watch Casita versus Show. That was fucking lit. Favorite match of the year so far.
Trick or treat, baby.
Wants
I wonder if people would say you're a trick or a treat.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
All right, verdict time. We're going to let you know whether this flick was a trick or a treat. And how about we do our favorite and our least favorites while we're doing it, too. I guess I'll lead it off since I remember mine. And favorite will be nyctophobia. Least favorite would be politicophobia.
Jesus
And
Christ, you remember the fucking technical names of the phobias?
well, I remember those two.
You ain't going to get that from me.
That's fine. You can just name what the phobia is. And this is absolutely a trick. This is probably, well, no, probably. This is the worst movie we've seen this year, maybe in multiple years. And it, like I said, it's an anthology movie that feels like a 90-minute Bad News Brian meme. Right. It just was, in parts, was so lazy and unnecessary. And I feel like a lot of these shorts were made before they actually knew what the phobia was. And I really do think that someone was like, oh, this is a cool short. This is a cool short. I'm going to put them all together into this movie. And here it'll just be fear virgins or whatever. You know, I just feel like someone just thought about it afterwards. And because a lot of them barely even touched upon the actual fear themselves. It includes something that has to do with it, but it didn't really display the phobia. So a lot of these are just half-baked art films, and calling them that maybe is a little bit too much, I think. You know, like that's giving art films a bad name, you know? So they were either way too abstract for their own good or just not well conceived at all. Either way, this is a really big fail. And, trick, man. Raven Chatham.
I mean, they made movies. They made shorts, I guess. But no, man, this is not good at all. If I had a favorite one, I mean, at most, it's the first one, the hair one.
Yep. Well, you have a fear of hair.
No, he doesn't.
Fear of gray hair.
Fear of hair being out of place, maybe.
But no, it's not just because the guy would be a good, mid-card Batman villain. But other than that, my least favorite is a tie between all of them. The poop one and the political one.
Are you gonna go back to not watching the movies now?
I might fucking have to. No, I really enjoyed, but this was shite, man. Shite.
All right,
Kuzo.
Aries.
Trick.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see how this could be perceived as just grasping at ideas and trying to tie them to a theme. And the idea of it being a poorly conceived, art movie. Well, not all art movies are masterpieces. Some are shit. I'd hazard to say most are shit, and that only a select few get to be the masterpieces. And this is one of the shit ones. Don't waste your time with it, because even though I will say that the Star one is the best one, that's just the best smelling piece of shit in this movie. And the shit short is the worst short in this movie. I really don't understand what was going on with that, and I don't think I need to see a man give birth to a shit demon. Kevin Smith came up with a shit demon, and it was borderline a good idea, and that was where it should have died.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely a trick, and save yourself an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Watch 3 episodes of Frasier and live your life.
All right, MZ.
This is something that had so much potential, and it failed on nearly every turn. Just the idea of an anthology where you play out your phobias has such... It's a great idea, and I don't know how these guys fucked it up. Everything about this was just terrible. The acting, the lighting, the shots from the camera, the dialogue sucked. the acting sucked. The soundtrack or the scores, those sucked. Those were fucking annoying as hell.
There was a score?
Yeah, there was, believe it or not. I actually listened into that. It sucked.
I
Bought
missed
the album.
Yeah, get the soundtrack. And available at iTunes. And it's just inconceivable how they could mess this up. This should have been so much better. There's one or two in here that are worth your time, but really only if you seek them out as a single segment and not go through all the crap that you have to go through to find these. We did it for you, and so this is a hard-nosed trick. This is avoid this one. This is do something better with your time.
With your life.
Yeah, right.
What are you gonna do with your life?
My favorite was Nyctophobia. That was good.
Okay.
And Politicophobia was the worst.
All right. Mars Man, I know you've been dying to talk.
Treat.
Yeah. Pause your wrestling and talk.
I don't have a favorite. I hated all these. There was no entertainment to be had.
You didn't watch it all.
At all.
There was nothing you found remotely entertaining
I don't
about
think
any of this.
I don't think Mars finished this one.
No, I did. No,
What was the last one?
I don't remember.
We even talked about it and you can't even say it.
Last one.
What was the last one you saw?
So I got to the Viking one when I watched it this afternoon with Greg, but I had watched most of. I saw the blood one. I saw the one.
Are you asleep with Greg?
Was Bobby and Peter around?
No, I hated this.
Were you watching Eric the Viking?
No.
And then Marsha came in and we hit them with a football.
Marsha.
2.5 tries, and I'm not even positive that I got to the end the first time. I know I only got to the Viking one the second time. There was nothing like even
What
remotely.
Viking one?
The guy fucking
the
talking about the stars.
Astro Viking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no, actually I didn't. I got further than that the second time. I saw Maze the second time too. I don't remember how much I saw the first time.
Okay,
That's the only time I got
just
through.
say trick
But it
and
was
let's
it
move
was
on.
less than a trick. It was less. Like we've watched some terrible movies, and most of them I've watched twice. Like I don't even know that in 3 viewings I got through this once all the way through. This was the worst movie I think we've ever done in the history of the show.
Really, you're gonna say less
Worst-
than a trick and all, and the
Worst-
only elaboration is worst viewing.
Worse than the one where the guy choked on a fucking bottle cap. Worse than the one where Francis Ford Coppola's nephew or whoever that was made it.
Worse than
Great.
Crusoe?
Oliver Stone.
Oliver Stone,
Nicolas
Greystone
Cage.
Park.
Oh.
Worse than the fucking
What's the one
that
that
Sun Choke.
Tim from Korea made us watch?
I liked that way more than this because at least that looked good. That was Monster Zero liked it.
Yeah, with the
With the beans or some shit?
at the vomiting contest.
yeah, something about what is it when you
sweat.
when you make stuffed like take animal taxidermy, right?
Oh,
taxidermy.
yeah, that sucked.
Yeah. But at least that I don't know. There was no nutritional value here at all. I didn't even think the poop thing was that gross because I thought it looked so fucking bad.
Yeah, that looked pretty fake.
Well,
it was just
I
fucking
didn't say it was gross. I just said it was bad.
No, but
just
I
looked
hate
pudding
poop.
on a toilet.
I hate poop.
I want very accurate
This is
poop.
worse. This was a worse viewing experience for me than the one that was all poop and food anthology that we did that time. Like that grossed me out bad. That had the Richard Stanley short in it. This is the worst film that we have ever watched here.
Okay, just say trick so we can move on.
Maze was so bad. No, you motherfuckers talked for 45 minutes.
And you had your
You had your
opportunity.
chance, yeah.
Maze was so bad that the second time I watched it, I had to rewind back to the beginning of it to see what the fuck the fear was, and I still don't understand how it worked. This movie. It was one thing that was marginally cool. In the shower, with the face getting torn off, it's that effect.
And you got
What
to see the
close-up
guy's
was
dick.
okay. I see plenty of dicks. I fucking
He's
do a
looking at
show with
four
him
of
every week. But this movie was. I actually can honestly tell you that even with you guys talking about him, like there were ones at the beginning that like I don't remember half of these.
But I don't understand why, like, you were getting so pissed off that we were talking about him, and now you're spending 20 minutes talking about him.
Because we could have gone right to here and then we'd be done.
No, because you're just rambling.
And you just said I talk too much. Thank you. Mission accomplished. Less than a trick.
Oh, I am sorry. Was your intention to ramble on until I say you ramble on?
And by the way, you fell for it. Less than a trick.
I can sit here and be quiet until someone says, "Why is he so quiet?"
Do we have less than
Creepy girl does that all the time.
Yeah, she said it tonight.
A negative trick.
Yeah.
Oh.
We have like this.
Well,
is
a
the
negative
last-
trick would be a good thing.
Trick squared.
This is bad. I would not even call this a trick.
All right.
It's a
So-
razor blade in your dirt hole.
Yeah, it's a razor blade in your dirt hole.
You're driving him home tonight.
That's fascinating. I want to film that, right?
That is going to do it for our discussion about A Taste of Phobia. We still love you, our exploitation, but we do not love this movie. So, obviously, guys,
We're on a
you know,
break.
you use your own judgment. If you like horror anthologies and you think that you want to, you know, take a look at this, go for it. You know.
I mean, this is worse than Tales of Halloween.
Yes.
That's
Tales
how
from Halloween
bad.
was fucking awesome. You
No, it
dick.
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't good.
That was garbage.
I love Tales from Halloween.
Trash
wasn't that
cinema.
good.
Oh wait, is that the one that had?
No, I don't think you liked it.
You're thinking Tales from the Hood.
No.
Yeah.
What was the one that had the pumpkin, giant pumpkin at the end?
No, you think of the one the
Pumpkinhead?
One, this one had the Kevin Smith one, right?
No, that was Holidays.
Oh,
Yeah, that one I hated.
Holidays was bad.
Holidays
Tales of
got-
Halloween was a little bit better.
Tales from Halloween was awesome. I owned it.
I remember that one.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah, that's what you think is fucking bad.
Yeah, I
fucking-
do.
We'll be back in 2 and 2.
Say the words, Johnny. Come on.
All right, so next week.
Let's just not watch a movie next week.
No, next week. So we did A Taste of Phobia this week. Next week, we are actually going to review one of my most anticipated films of the year. And that would be The Endless. From Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, directors of Spring and Resolution. This is their new film, and it's been getting rave reviews. Like, people are naming it best horror film of the year, best, top 10 horror films of the year so far. It's getting tons of praise.
Mars, what's your anticipation with this one?
I'm excited for this.
Okay.
I like
It's on
Spring.
record now.
I like Spring, right?
Yeah. So
Spring was good.
supposedly, I for extra credit, you guys don't have to do this, but Resolution and Spring supposedly take place in the same world as The Endless. So I don't think it's not necessarily like a sequel, but they take place kind of in the same world.
My shit brother Kelly says that it's a sequel.
Okay, or maybe it is.
I saw this one.
Your brother and shit. We just talked about shit, and you didn't like it. Now you call him your brother and shit.
Be back in 2 and 2.
So when Wolfie picked me up today, I had 25 minutes left, and I have no recollection of this one here.
MZ, maybe if you say it, we'll go.
Yes, I think it will work.
No, I have to get the break ready. So we're going to do The Endless.
I think you're thinking of Holidays. Because I feel like you liked Tales from Halloween when we watched it.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No, I hated it.
Yeah, I seem to think he didn't like it.
Brian Paulin was in the studio with us.
Wow, that's a good memory. I don't remember that.
I do.
Oh, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't remember.
I thought it was awful.
Brian Paulin was here?
Yes,
I don't
he
think
was.
for that one. I think you might have been here for Holidays, though.
Because I thought didn't he do Bone Tomahawk with us? I'll look it up. I'll look it up during the break. How about that? So we will head to break, MZ. So why don't you let folks know how long it'll take?
Yeah, hey guys, we'll be back in 2 and 2.
You go through your week with the same old routine.
What you really want
is some blood and thunder in your life.
Well, friend, you found it.
The Cromcast is an adventurous journey through the history of two-fisted pulp stories.
With your hosts John,
Josh,
and Luke.
We have action,
horror,
and adventure, all through the lens of pulp luminary Robert E. Howard.
Don't just stay in your ordinary life.
Find your pulp life at thecromcast.blogspot.com.
The Cromcast.
The Cromcast.
The Cromcast.
A podcast for the barbarian at heart.
Thank you guys for having me on. It's a blast. You guys are awesome.
Thank you so much.
And, Trick or Treat Radio, man. That's where it's at. That's the new Fangoria Radio is Trick or Treat Radio.
No.
Don't say that.
That's like, you really put us under.
It's like swearing in church. I don't know.
You just jinxed us.
Yeah. you put a lot on our shoulders just now.
Well, we can strive for greatness.
You guys are awesome. You really are. You got a great show.
The following message is a paid advertisement for the Cult of Muscle podcast. The Cult of Muscle. You're either in it or you're dead.
It's the dawning of a new age. The halls of Valhalla have been shuttered. The heroes of yore have either retreated to the shadows or taken to capering for the amusement of the small folk. Their past glories a distant memory. The barbells have been torn from their once puma-strong grips. The beards shorn from their square jaws, only to be transplanted onto flannel-clad, puny weaklings with fingers barely powerful enough to strum a ukulele. The time has come, my brothers, to restore order from the chaos. No longer will our heroes be forgotten. No longer will their great deeds be viewed through a foggy lens of irony. Hear now our rallying cry as we scream it from the mountaintops, as we bellow it from iTunes and Libsyn and Facebook. It's time to join the cult, my brothers. So don your cloaks and enter the Cult of Muscle.
I was playing some bottle percussion.
Yeah, but I don't think
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
That's not trick or treat. They're saying trick or treat because it's Halloween, you stupid asshole.
Yeah, with
But
the word motherfuckers at the end, which tells me that you're going to be in for one hell of a ride, and I didn't get that ride.
So by adding motherfuckers, it implies a ride?
Fatty rides the bus.
It should.
Mother's
It should. It should.
Mother's Day.
It should denote that you're going to have a hell of a time with this movie. The movie was fucking lame.
No, it was really good. You'd like it, I think.
Cecil says, seriously, Wolfie, this is some cool source material these filmmakers wasted, apparently. How can you not get inspired by all the crazy phobias out there just reading about them? And Cecil says, fear of art films, which maybe could be an episode title. Or he says, fear of mediocre horror anthologies. And so I mentioned the movie, and Creepy Girl says, what is it? And Cecil says, The Endless, Creepy Girl. And she says, The Endless? Cecil says, yes. And Creepy Girl says, you guys missed Minutes Past Midnight. So good. Yes, we've been hearing about that one for a long time. And it's past the expiration date. It's been out for a while, so we're not going to review it.
You know what? There is a fear of movies.
I think we all have it now.
Cinematophobia.
I have fear of movies you like.
Made of cinema, meaning movie theater, and phobia, known as theatrophobia, is the fear of going to the movie theater. Sufferers of cinematophobia may not just fear watching the movie there, but also fear sitting in the dark.
Well, that's not fear of the movie. That's fear of the
And
surroundings.
and that's called acluophobia.
Is that fear of Golden Girls Clue? Oh man, I just want to go watch The Endless right now. Can we do that? End the show. Go watch The
Give a
Endless.
shit what you do, just so long as I get home.
No, you don't get home. You have to stay here. Cecil says cinematophobia would suck.
"16 totally normal phobias you didn't know had names. Anuptophobia, the fear of being or staying single.
That's what you have.
Yeah.
That's the only-
Athazagoraphobia, the fear of being forgotten, ignored, or abandoned.
Wolfie, I'm afraid of the water. Who's next?
Blenophobia, the fear of slime. Gelatophobia, the fear of being laughed at. Gerascophobia, the fear of growing old. All right, we saw that one. Glossophobia, the fear of speaking in public. Helenologophobia.
All right.
The fear
Jeez.
of Greek
You gonna go through every
terms.
fucking one?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Are we back right now?
Yes, we're back.
Oh.
Lochiophobia, the fear of childbirth.
I missed that one.
Jabberwocky phobia.
Lochiophobia.
Actually, I you know what? I think one of the last things to fucking scare me was the Jabberwocky when I was a kid.
Criterion of that kid.
Jabberwocky?
That shit scared me. Yeah, I just
The
remember
TV
that.
show?
The monster itself.
Oh. Okay.
Wow, that you just like knocked that out of my brain. That was something that actually scared me. It's one of the few things that I can think of.
Obesophobia, the fear of gaining weight.
You don't have that.
Politicophobia.
Yeah, no shit. We fucking reviewed them.
Yep.
The short dipshit.
Ophthalmophobia.
Are you gonna read them all?
The fear of being stared at.
The fear of someone reading all the fucking phobias. What's that?
A review you just did.
We didn't. That wasn't all of them.
Syngenisophobia, the fear
Was
of
I the
relatives.
only one ever? Was he the only one that didn't like Tales from Halloween? I don't remember people disliking it.
Go back and listen to it.
I bought the.
I don't
nice-
remember loving it.
I bought the nice special edition.
Well, good for you.
Well,
I'm
you've
sure-
got a
I'm
lot.
sure the people who are
You've
in
got
the
a
movie are
lot of
happy.
shitty movies, sir. You have more shitty movies than I even have movies.
Shitty movies that I enjoy.
Yeah, I don't enjoy you. Why don't you transfer to the baseball podcast?
Get traded.
Yeah.
Get traded.
I'm not going to do much better there, believe me.
Man.
I wonder if this was on. So yeah, okay. So we did rate Tales of Halloween. It got 3.
Friday 31st.
It got
was
3
awesome.
out of 5 stars. Mars. That's like a if you were to take all of our reviews, I try to put them all together in one and figure out one rating, and it got 3 out of 5.
So probably Monster Zero.
Yeah,
brought the
I
real
knocked it
estate
down from a 5. Yeah. Just
No,
me.
but I think you knocked it down from probably a 4. What was it like?
Well, that's the whole point of a rating system.
I'm looking
dude.
at. I could actually see some reviews from friends, and one of our friends, the Cinemasochist, gave it 2.5 stars. He says captures the essence of Halloween, but none of the stories deliver like they should. A shame considering how good the concept is.
Yeah, but he's dumb.
What? Looks like I think this is our boy Carlitos. Maybe
Carlito.
It's his name's Carlitos Way, so maybe he says 3 stars. Like lots of recent anthologies, this one's hit and miss, but a good watch during Halloween time. And
I agree.
and Fat Pie 42. I don't know who that is, but Fat Pie 42 gave it 2.5 stars.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting next to Fat Pie 52.
Says best thing Neil Marshall segment concludes the film and perhaps unwisely begins by trying to tie the disparate strands together.
Do they have the aliens that come?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they
It's like the fights for the Jason.
Oh yeah, I think I like that.
Yeah.
Will you watch it again to make sure that you remember?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get through fucking Iron Fist. Dude. I'm trying.
Why? Why are you trying?
I want to see what happens to Danny so I can watch Defenders.
I think you could probably get away with it.
I know. I just like to see him in Journey.
I actually have decided I'm not watching anymore because I'm neurotic like that and would have to watch Iron Fist and don't want to. So now I'm not watching any of those Marvel shows anymore.
And I want to watch The Punisher.
I don't care. I mean, I would like to see Punisher, but Iron Fist is bad. I'll never get through it. I can't get through Jessica Jones. I like it.
Fair.
I have fear of television.
fear of commitment for more than 90
Okay,
minutes.
so I'll be over and just remove your TVs from your house then.
I like movies.
Wow.
Xenophobia
But
is
you
the
watch
fear
it
of
on
the color
television,
yellow.
so
I'm
I'll
afraid
be
of
over to take out your
television
television.
shows.
The Green Lanterns have.
That's different.
Turophobia is the fear of cheese.
What's the fear of like punching you out and destroying your face?
Fear of getting
jumping over this table and punching out your face.
Dude, this table would fucking collapse and go all the way down to the fucking bottom floor. And you would keep going down it would be like a fucking Injustice fucking cutscene where you did it to yourself. Where you fucking plummet to the center of Earth and come out fucking China.
Omphalophobia, the fear of the belly button.
You just gotta fucking read them all!
Why don't you just say what your
God
phobia
damn
is?
it!
Yeah.
Phobia.
Yeah, great. Monster Zero's phobia is fear of a full plate.
Flip.
Now move
Yours
to
is the
fucking
fear of an empty plate.
Flipophobia is a fear of Flip Wilson.
Right.
I think Maine is looking for you.
Yeah. Well, the authorities are at least.
You're fucking 11 in Maine.
All right, Cecil asks, okay, what if MZ had to pick one to make a short about?
Well, I would pick the one that I suffer from, actually.
Oh, here, a nice segue.
Yeah. It's a type of phobia that I have.
Fear of eating turkey.
No, I suffer from megalophobia, actually. And that's the fear
of megalodons?
Yes. Nope. Megalophobia is the fear of large things.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And the biggest example I can always bring up is the goddamn Citgo sign outside Fenway Park.
Yep.
That I hate that sign. I don't want to be anywhere near it.
How do you deal with your nuts?
It's not a sign.
Well, let's just say they keep me grounded.
He looks up a lot.
Wow.
If I see if I drive into Boston or whatever and I see these giant banners of like David Ortiz on the buildings, like these fucking 200 foot long banners just hanging off of buildings of David Ortiz or whatever. Yeah, I just see that. I just freak out.
So what about buildings? Or is it like signs specifically?
It's more signs. It's more things
it's
that
like,
I am
like a
not accustomed to.
1-2-dimensional space.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
it's things that I'm not accustomed to being so big. You know, like buildings,
like balls.
like
balls
buildings,
are weird looking.
Like buildings is one thing because buildings are big. Buildings
Right,
have always been big, but banners and signs, those have good size to them, but never like this gigantic size that that they have.
So they live would take on like a new meaning to you. Looking at those fucking billboards.
Yeah.
Buildings are one thing. Buildings have always been big. What about like small constructs?
Yeah, but in our lifetime, they've always been big.
But buildings are supposed to be large.
Yeah. Oh, Ravenshaw's got his action sack. He's afraid of losing that. That's his phobia.
I mean, I can remember one time way back in the either was
the wallet! The wallet! It's too big! Ravenshaw pulled out his wallet.
Oh shit! Scared the hell out of me.
Ravenshaw pulled out his lighter. You're like his fucking kryptonite. Everything Raven Shadow has is
Gotta
big.
take out the comb. You
What the fuck?
the fucking
You won't let that touch his hair. He doesn't have to worry. You won't let anyone touch that fucking thing. Raven Shadow pulled out his huge wallet, his huge fucking lighter. That's like
It's like he got it from Pee Wee Herman's house.
And then he also pulled out his huge comb, and he was just about to pull out his small penis. So I don't really get what's going on there.
So it's like I remember way back in the day, like about late 70s, early 80s, and my cousin, he died in a motorcycle accident.
Oh, jeez, that sucks.
And I remember being in his room, just looking around. I was like 8, 9 years old at the time. What the hell did I know? Well, anyway, I remember going into his room, and his walls had carpeting on it, okay?
What?
This is the late 70s. What the fuck you want from me?
Did he
was
live in a van?
He was like 18, 19 years old when he died. Once a hippie, always a hippie, I guess. How the hell do I know? I'm just telling the story, so shut up. Well, anyway, he had his walls. Will you shut up? So he had his walls carpeted, and I remember seeing on the wall a giant, what do you call it? A profile, I guess.
Silhouette?
A silhouette, yes, thank you. Of a foot. It was just a foot. Like a foot, like the bottom of a foot. Yeah. It was just a giant foot on his wall, black. He had like the rug carpeting was blue, and he had this giant black foot on his wall, and it freaked the hell out of me. I think that's what started it all. Because, why would anybody do that? I mean,
was he part of the Foot Clan?
He could have been. I don't know. Maybe that's what killed him. I don't know.
I have a question, Monster Zero.
Uh-huh.
Did the carpeting on the wall make the Spice play better? Did it make it tune in better?
No.
So is that the origin of
why
why
did I answer him?
So is that the origin of why you're racist? Because you saw a black foot and now?
Oh, yeah, that must be it.
Cecil says
because of other things.
Lewis Carroll's stuff can be pretty creepy. Speaking of his Jabberwocky, Jan Svankmeyer's Alice is standout though.
Yes, the Alice in Wonderland, Jan Svankmeyer is fucking creepy as fuck, dude.
Creepy ass fuck.
Yeah. Creepy ass fuck. So anyway, that's my phobia.
All right, Cecil says very interesting to your phobia, and he says this got dark like Saw. Aries, do you have a phobia? The fear of feelings?
Yeah, no, I don't want to talk about it.
Come on, Aries.
No, because you know what? All you
We're gonna use it
motherfuckers are
against
going to
you?
make fun of me.
We're not going to make fun of you. It's just sharing. This is the circle.
Sharing is caring.
This is not a safe space.
This is everyone's safe here.
No one else will hear it but us, Aries.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is just between us five.
Yeah.
No one else will hear this.
No one else could hear it.
Butterflies.
Butterflies? I'm not going to make fun of you.
Do you want to edit this?
I will.
Do you want to?
Oh, look at his shirt. Look at his shirt.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a moth.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
it's
a moth.
Yeah, but a moth is a type
Are
of butterfly.
Are moths fine?
It's part
Moth,
of the family.
yeah.
Come,
Yeah.
my lady, come,
Fear
my
of
lady. You're my
butterflies.
butterfly,
Let's see what that
sugar
is.
baby. Come, my lady. Does that song scare you?
See what happens?
I'm really trying to
This
keep
is
you
trust.
safe.
This is a
See what
trust.
happens? I open up.
I'm trying to keep you safe.
Lepidopterophobia. The
word for fear of butterflies.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Jesus Christ. You gonna read some more?
Yeah.
I'll read it.
It originates from the Greek word. Come on, read along with me.
Lepidoptera. The group
or
of class of insects
including butterflies, moths, skippers, and other winged insects.
Little buddy. It's all right,
See,
man.
I have no fear of moths or dragonflies or any.
Well, it's a legit fear.
Yeah.
Yep.
But butterflies.
It's okay, man. We'll protect you.
Yeah, we'll see about that one next week. I
So-
show up here and there's fucking butterflies everywhere.
Wouldn't do that.
I have one legitimate fear, and you guys are going to exploit it.
No, we're not.
I would never do that.
We wouldn't
would.
do that.
When you see him, Aries, do you like put on like the Aries like kind of
Do you punch
veneer?
it?
Yeah, or do you try to punch it? Or
It was actually something that I only recently discovered within the last few years.
Huh.
Like, I was sitting in the back of a truck, and a butterfly came in the window, and I jumped out of the opposite side of the truck. The truck was moving at about 20 miles an hour, and I jumped out of the truck.
Wow.
And that was at that point I realized I was like, hey, I am afraid of butterflies.
All right.
I had no clue up until that point. I really... when you jump out of a moving vehicle to avoid something
at 20 miles an hour.
At 20 miles an hour, which doesn't sound fast, but
Not fast.
That's.
I can honestly say I don't think I'm that afraid of anything.
I didn't think I was. I honestly, I wouldn't. I would up until that point. I would say I wasn't afraid of anything.
And I'm not trying to say I'm brave, but like I don't know, like I wouldn't like.
There was. I mean, I would stand toe to toe with someone that was, that was a foot taller than me. And
I
not,
saw you fight a bar one time. Like I don't have to doubt your toughness.
Yeah,
I believe you. I'm just saying
yeah.
I'm not-
But up until that point, like I had no idea what true fear was. It's a really bizarre thing.
I'm not even afraid of water anymore.
You're afraid of sharks.
I don't care. What are they gonna?
Oh well,
don't
I
care.
can change.
What
that.
are they gonna do?
They're gonna eat you.
You know what I'm
But you know
afraid of?
what? At least that's a legitimate fear.
You know what I'm afraid of? Tomorrow.
But you know what? A shark
Waking up.
A shark is at least a legitimate fear. A shark can eat you. What's a butterfly gonna do to me?
I don't know. You're making
It's
fun
gonna
of you.
flap
I'm not
its-
making
It's
fun.
gonna flap.
Flap its wings and
It's about
gonna
it.
Fucking fuck up something.
yeah, fuck up something in the past.
Shit on your arm or something.
Yeah,
Fucking really
Butterfly's
make
gonna
things
do
hard
jack
from
shit
that
to
guy
me,
on the
but
70s show.
I could not do anything.
Yeah, it's not
It's
called
gonna
the
flap its wings. It's gonna mess things up for Kelso.
it ain't called the shark effect.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I used to really be afraid of open bodies of water. I don't care anymore.
Cecil says fear of butterfly sounds like a cool short. I mean, as opposed to virgins.
yeah. Aries loves virgins.
I haven't rode on a boat.
So Mars, were you? Maybe you're not any longer, but were you aquaphobic or hydrophobic?
I don't
Those are
dislike
open bodies of water.
Yeah, I don't
okay.
dislike water.
Okay.
I didn't really like even pools because of alligator.
You went swimming.
Yeah, I didn't
I've seen you swim multiple times.
Yeah, I'll go in a pool, but I don't
So
love
it's
it.
thalassophobia.
But
This fear of thallus. Thalassophobia is a fear of open bodies of water.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of cocks. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like. I'm not tough. I just.
You're not
We
tough.
know that.
I don't like. I don't like the dark, but I'm not afraid of it. I just feel like it eliminates like a level of like I don't like the idea of being able to be snuck up on.
Well, Aries and Raven Shadow both, I know that way.
Yeah, we don't like that.
You guys like always sit strategically when we go out to eat in restaurants.
So I try to do that too, but there's only so many fucking
I know.
corners.
Yeah, I always win with that one.
Yeah.
We'll let you know.
One time I sat. If you sit before him, he looks at you like a sad puppy dog. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but you always move.
Yeah, I know, because I don't want you to cry in a restaurant.
Whatever gets you to move.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I can pretend. Like, I wouldn't want to.
What?
All right.
Like, I wouldn't want to run into a shark, but I'm not going to run into a shark.
You run into an air sharky.
It's like a concerted effort to come here, so I don't have to worry about sharks.
All right, Raven Shadow.
I don't know.
I'm afraid of running out of pills. That's my big fear right now. Like, I looked at it the other day, and I'm like, if I keep taking these so much faster than they'll give them to me, then they're not going to give me any more Ativan.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? If I can tell you fucking butterflies, you can give me something better than fucking pills.
That's really it, though. I don't care anymore.
Bullshit.
No.
Bullshit.
You're afraid
I
of
know.
not being able to masturbate.
Yeah.
Raven Shadow.
No hands.
Let's put it this
give
way.
me something better than butterflies. I'm done with you.
All right, whoa.
How many times?
Because you're not giving me shit.
Yeah, but how many times do I almost have to die before I don't care
fuck
anymore?
off.
All right, I have two fears. One is last call, and
No,
flashing blue lights behind me when I'm driving.
Come on.
Fuck you and fuck you.
Can't you guys do something right? Just pick a phobia.
I did. You would.
I gave.
I'm scared of last call.
All right.
You know what?
I'm
I gave-
having fun with you.
You know what?
I gave a legitimate one.
That actually
I gave a
does.
legitimate one.
That really, I think it's probably because you two are fucking alcoholics and I'm conditioned. But that really does actually scare me.
Which
like
one?
when we you're driving home and you drive by a policeman and he pulls out. That actually is
That
that a
is a
phobia?
legitimate thing. People
Is
afraid
that a
of
phobia?
of-
'Cause that
of
scares
the
me.
cop car
you
being
can
behind
do
you.
nothing wrong. You can be nothing wrong and fucking that's on.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck?
Well, it's called capiophobia. Fear
Can
of
we-
police.
Is it really?
Capian ass and yeah.
No. I mean, this ain't.
Capiophobia?
I mean, because of I really fucking hate fucking ticks, man. I fucking hate them. I don't want them on me. I don't want my fucking dog. And also not water, like open bodies of water, not like that kind of aquaphobic. But water in my house that's not supposed to be coming out when I turn something on.
Jesus.
Yeah, I hate that too.
You know what I mean? Like what? You gonna spit water at me? That would have pissed me off. Don't do that. I was at when I was not liking my dad a lot. I remember we were at amusement. We were at what's the garbage park with the wooden roller coaster? Like Canopy Lake.
Whalen Park.
No, Canopy Lake, I think.
Oh,
It's
Canopy Lake.
Any place in Millbury.
No, this is the.
Canopy Lake was good. You're thinking of Whalen.
Yeah.
It was Whalen. They have the wooden.
It was Whalen.
Yeah,
For a whale of a
like
time.
you pull
Rocky
in
Point.
and that'd be the first one that you'd see.
Yeah, yeah.
Rocky
No,
Point
it was
good.
Whalen Park. I remember.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rocky Point was good too. That's what
Yeah.
became.
I remember we were doing one of the balloon, the shoot the water in the
Yep,
clown's
yep.
mouth thing, and the big fucking thing, goes
Yep.
up, and whoever pops the balloon first wins. So it's myself and my dad playing, right? So odds in my favor, I'm gonna get the fucking prize, right? So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna win, beat my dad. I'm a young boy at that time, maybe 12. Motherfucker turns, shoots me in the fucking ear, point and blank range with the fucking water. I was pissed, threw a temper tantrum, wanted to go home.
Did you win?
I got a fucking big cool Batman.
Yeah, you
stuffed
fucking
animal.
won, so
I
quit
did,
your
yeah.
bitching.
Yeah, well, you give me I need a fucking safe zone. The Aries is trying to fucking.
You got a Batman out of your fear.
Yeah, well, you had.
I got shit.
You triggered something there.
All right, Wolfie. What about you?
So mine.
And don't make it fear of meat. All right, please.
What if he's actually afraid of it? El cockface.
Fear of meat.
I'm the meat man.
As the guy who fucking almost dies from eating everything, you should probably
Yeah,
not make
yeah.
fun of anybody else's food.
Oh, this is what's none about it. Pastor's over here.
Yeah.
Rub 'em all over MZ's face.
Yeah. Confront your fear.
Actually, fear of meat is carnophobia.
I hate you.
When did you become the fucking expert?
Yeah, because he's got fucking.
You fucking look up
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia on your phone and suddenly you're the
Look it up
expert?
Google. That's right. I Googled
Wikipedia.
this shit. All right. So what is it, Wolfie?
So it's I haven't experienced it I haven't experienced it in a long time, so I don't know. I assume it's still there. But I think I remember when I was like, I want to say like 7 or 8. I was pretty young, and my older brother put me in like a sleeping bag, and like put me over his shoulder, and I couldn't move, and I was like flipping out.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
So I know it's a pretty common one, but claustrophobia. And I haven't been in too many situations in which I've, been in an enclosed space like that. Like that was like, I couldn't move at all, That was like in a sleeping bag where it was like spun around and like I literally couldn't move. So that like freaked me out. And that's the only thing that I can really remember that like has ever had that effect on me.
Uh-huh.
So but like I said, it's been years and years and years, and since I've actually been put in a situation like that. So I don't know if it still would hold true or not.
Well,
but
let's find out.
Yeah.
Go camping.
Got a sleeping bag. I don't think any one of you could pick me up. So
Challenge accepted.
Oh wow.
In a sleeping bag over your shoulder.
Challenge accepted. When you least expect it.
That's the best way.
Wouldn't it have to be like a twofold that he would least expect it when he's in a sleeping bag?
I can sneak up behind him and put him in a sack and throw him over my
Whoa.
shoulder.
In his action sack.
Yeah.
In an action sack, yes. That would actually be an action sack.
So I guess that's mine. I haven't really come across anything since then that really like freaked me out. So
It's reasonable.
yeah.
I don't think I'd like that. I have a love-hate with claustrophobia.
The thing is, I think most people wouldn't like that though. You know,
I mean,
like,
Yeah, don't put me in a sack and throw me
I
over your
need
shoulder.
to-
I don't need fucking ice. I don't fucking
like I
want
need
that.
to be like pretty covered up to sleep. Like that's why I have a even harder time sleeping in the summer because I need
Yep.
to like have like be under covers and like have my head covered and
tell
but,
you-
like sometimes like if I'm actually like like even in the ship. Speaking of the ship again, like I had passed out and woke up, and like I was scared. It like felt so.
The ship?
Because there's no windows.
Yeah, the Falcon.
Oh, you're talking about on when you went on the boat.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Cecil has one for you, Marge. He says Australophobia, fear of Australia.
I'll never go to Australia. Like
is that because you're afraid of it?
I just don't like. Literally, I was supposed to go to like.
Oh, Jesus
Tiny's
Christ!
house.
What?
Those fucking smell like a motherfucker.
I was supposed to go to Tiny's house the other day.
Is that what smelled earlier?
I called the Uber, and then went. And as soon as I saw the Uber coming up the street, I went back in the house.
Paid
for the Uber to come.
Are you honestly comparing going to Tiny's house to going to Australia?
I won't even go to Tiny's house. How am I going to go to Australia?
One town over to going to a different continent?
But you're missing the point if I won't even go one town over.
Talk in the mic, please!
Go to a continent.
Oh, my fear is you not talking in the mic.
Well, maybe
What's that one?
I'm just used to using a good mic, and I come here and these suck diddly yuck. I can't move.
Buy a fucking good one.
I can't because then
buy a headset.
I'm the only one that gets a good mic because I'm not paying for you fucks to get good mics. Because you'll just fucking ruin them probably.
True.
No.
Have you seen
Who
this mic?
hasn't dropped a mic here? Raise your hand. You dropped
dropped
you
one
all
last
have
week.
dropped fucking mics.
My hand didn't go up.
I don't think I dropped.
Yeah, no, these two went up. That's what
Yeah.
I was telling you.
Oh
Put
no.
your
I
fucking
just
hands down.
I
Drop it on the
believe
other-
I'm talking into my dented mic.
I drop them on the other show.
Actually, it's called microphobia.
Fear of dropping mics.
And your mic is all worn out in the front, all rusted and black.
It's not my fault. It's got no fucking gain. You don't fucking suck its cock. You can't hear anything. That's not my fault. That's not me. Like, you should be able to move a little bit around the mic and be able to hear it. That's not me being
So am I a
inept.
shit producer? Is that what you're saying?
It's shit equipment.
It's not the equipment.
Excuse me.
Oh, no.
There's 4 of us that use identical
Yeah,
microphones in
everyone
this
else
room.
sounds fine.
And everybody's like, oh, this is a very good movie with the shit monster.
I can't hear you like that.
Like, sometimes
So-
I move around.
Who does he complain about the most?
Me, but I also am the only one that has uses a good mic in other times. So I'm used to being able to fucking move.
That's my hand-me-down mic that you're using.
No, that's not what I have.
So because
You don't have the Yeti?
I do, but it's not from...
That's mine.
Oh, really? It was?
Yeah.
I didn't buy it from you, so I
No, you didn't.
So simply because you can't move around when you're in this
Yeah,
room?
because I'm animated. And plus I have to look at people when I'm talking to them.
I'm looking at you right now when I'm talking to you.
I'm sorry, you're fucking mix master Mike then. Perfect. Great.
Because I'm not having a seizure as I'm
Yeah,
talking to you.
I don't know. Wait
Could be,
till
he could be Charlie Day, right?
Yeah, wait till your fucking rocket chair goes backwards then. Granddad. I hate everyone. Why can't I just die?
Oh,
Not to put up with
Jesus.
it. Fucking the god of humbleness again.
He's pretty humble.
Yeah.
He'll make you humble.
His name is the god.
God of War, make you make humble.
God of humble.
Fuck your ass.
On a slightly different note, they announced the new villain for the second Creed movie, Ivan Drago's son.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Why is that dumb?
Because, like, think about how many things have to fucking fall together to have this guy's son fight this
It's
guy's
a
son.
fucking movie.
Fight this guy's son. That's
Why
dumb.
not?
It's
That
crazy.
is perfect
Drago
for a
kill-
movie.
Drago killed Apollo. He has every reason for
Yeah, it would make
There's
sense for
every
fucking...
possible reason for this to happen.
It would make fucking sense for fucking Apollo's son to go fucking beat up old Drago for real. But why would Drago fucking just all of a sudden...
Who's to say Drago's is alive?
I think he's in it. I think
I think he is in it. But who's to say Creed's kid doesn't seek out
The
Drago's
reality
kid?
is, I don't fucking care. Like, that's
Is
because that movie's dumb.
Is Brigitte Nielsen the mom?
Didn't Brigitte Nielsen die?
She didn't die in the movie.
No, I mean, didn't she die in real life?
No, she
I
was
don't
looking
believe
bad
so.
for a while.
As a matter of fact, it just got revealed that she's pregnant.
Great.
With Flavor Flav.
real?
I don't know if Flavor Flav did it or not.
Oh God, I hope not.
Wowzers.
I don't want to see that
You know
child.
what? I'm not talking anymore anyway.
What?
Not talking.
Blonde hair with gold teeth, 3'2".
Wowzers.
Yeah, boy. You gonna pout? Is that what's going on?
Well, at least you're enjoying something. Johnny,
Yeah.
how about some feedback?
Wow, he's a producer too now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Here, I'll fucking turn the mic up and you'll get some fucking feedback in your ear. How about that? Did everyone give their shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have another mic because if I get a good mic, then
Your mic is off. You turn your mic off.
Oh.
Throwback Thursday comes and I'll get a fucking death plague because those guys are fucking sick all the time.
Then put it in the closet, like my headphones.
No. Because I'll just do the show from home in my nice chair in my fucking microphone where I can lean back and enjoy myself.
Oh, my
and
God.
watch wrestling and nobody cares.
Take your pants off.
And when Monster Zero starts talking, I can just mute the thing and check in every few minutes. That's good.
And you're eyeballing me like I did something wrong.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Then why are you eyeballing me?
You just didn't do anything right.
Yeah.
Simply because I figured out how to use the microphone correctly?
I just get afraid sometimes with you.
That causes you to eyeball me?
Yeah, well, I want to make sure that if, all of a sudden you stop breathing or some other old man ailment I see so I can come help you.
What's the fear of gods?
Fear of gods?
Yeah.
I just think that's life.
Use your phone.
Let's see.
This is the worst episode I think we've ever had.
You say that every episode.
I thought this one was going pretty good.
Yeah, it was good fun. Yeah. I mean, not to make us.
That's because you're over in this episode, but you being
I'm
over.
over?
Yeah.
Over what?
Like you got to talk, but like episodes which is Aries focus are like Lisa episodes.
Now, there was nothing in this episode that gave any...
Phobia.
Theo. Let's hear some feedback, Johnny.
There was nothing in this episode that gave any one of us any more opportunity to talk than anyone else.
Maybe you're right.
Theo.
Or maybe you're just forgetting the episode because you're advanced years.
You see?
You know what? You want to go back to me not talking? We can go back to that. Is that what will make you happy?
I'm not going to talk, so it doesn't matter. I only talk because you talk to me. Claire. I would have shut up for this whole episode. Kushida was fucking going. He was doing arm bars.
Rudy.
It was good.
Rudy phobia.
Roofie phobia.
What's the Rudy? Fear of Rudy.
We like your contributions.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling the love right now.
We love you.
No?
Can we just
Feel
go?
busy, give him a
I have a
smooch.
brand new sleeping pill at home that I haven't tried yet. It's going to be
yeah.
fucking awesome. My goal is to sleep till February.
Yeah.
Wake me up.
Well, look.
Do we have
come
any
on, let's
voicemails?
go-
It
let's
starts
go
with a
this
C. It's
feedback shit.
C. I can't remember.
Come
It starts with a C though. It's
C.
supposed to be
Alice?
fucking
C-U-N-T?
awesome.
Cialophobia.
No, I'll ask.
Xenophobia.
Fear of John Cena.
Fear of not being seen.
Fear of not being seen.
Doctor, the time has come. The time is now. Doctor, you can't see me. My time is now.
I don't think that
You know the fucking lyrics.
I don't think that he's been on TV for a while. He wasn't on the pay-per-view, I don't think.
No.
All right.
All right. Well, we actually don't have any feedback tonight.
Oh.
I just checked. I thought we had some, but we don't. So
It's just like
unless I'm missing something,
this episode just got saved.
it just got saved. Why?
This is like my
You don't
favorite.
think that our listeners would have made the show better? Is that what you're saying?
I think that around 8:45 the listeners would have made the show better. At like 1:30 or whatever time we usually roll around being done with feedback, not much makes anything better.
Feedback. All right. Well, everyone talked about their fears.
Yeah.
And next week we're going to talk about The Endless. I'm looking forward to that one.
And this is not related to Neil Gaiman.
The other one is on
Correct.
Shudder.
People should know.
What's on Shudder?
The one that might be a direct sequel.
Resolution?
Yeah.
Yes. So Resolution and Spring, if you guys want to play along at home, were the two preceding films before this. And The Endless, it's actually not hitting DVD, Blu-ray, and VOD until the 26th, which is the day before we do the show live. So if you guys want to play along at home, it won't be available to view until Tuesday the 26th, June 26th. So if you're listening, you want to play along at home, just keep that in mind. Clear some time on Tuesday night. to watch it and leave us your feedback. And I would love to hear more because this film's been getting a lot of buzz, and I'd love to hear from you guys about it. So
I feel like most of us like Spring.
Yeah. I
I remember even Raven Shadow watched it, I think.
No, Spring was good.
Tiny liked it.
Yep.
Aries was
I don't think Aries was around for that one.
Yeah, I can't remember.
So if you guys do want to watch it, I don't know if Spring is available on any of the streaming networks, but Resolution is on Shudder. Don't know about
Spring is on Shudder.
Spring is?
Yeah, I'm
cool.
99.9% sure.
All right.
Yeah, I think I saw it there too.
Cecil chimes in. He says, I've got a bit of fear of heights, deep waters, enclosed spaces for sure.
Yeah. So.
And he said, chlorophobia, fear of clowns, is common to AF.
Yep.
And he says, we'll check those flicks out faux sure. I think he's talking about Resolution and Spring. Yeah, I definitely recommend them. They're different. I'm not going to say don't go in expecting like a crazy all-out horror film. It's not it, but
Oh, I have one.
you have one.
But I don't know if this is a fear. I don't like things. Remember how I always talk about I thought things out of context were scary?
Oh, yeah. Something that shouldn't belong.
Yeah. Know what I don't like? When things, like you mentioned clowns.
Yeah.
Like where things aren't where they go.
Fear of disorder.
Like, I didn't even see this, but my friend Scott told me a story one day that he was driving, and he looked in, like there was, like, cars going the other direction. It was, like, traffic. And, like, he looked up, and in the passenger side of one of the cars was a mannequin. Like, for some reason, the thing that, like, horrifies me. Or, like, there was one day that I, like, went out. There was no power in the neighborhood at, like, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm always afraid that, like, I forgot to pay the electric bill or something, so I went outside to see if anybody had power, and there was, like, a little kid fucking walking down the street. Easily probably the scariest thing that's ever, like, happened to me while I was, like, full out, like, awake.
Yeah. All right, so you have a form of... All right, so you have a fear of a certain type of disorder. Of a certain disorder, like things not in order.
It's stuff out of order.
Yeah, it's called ataxophobia.
Like, imagine...
What's the definition of it?
Fear of disorder.
Nah, I don't
it's
mind
not really disorder, yeah.
No, but it's a form of disorder.
Like, for instance, like, okay, so, like, you know how, like, in a summer night, and, like, it's early in the morning, but it's still dark out, and, like, but you're used to, like, the light of, like, some electricity, so you go outside, and it's, like, fucking pitch black.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I didn't even see if there was an adult anywhere, because I ran in the house. And I'm, like, in my driveway, and I heard that, like that weird floppy sound of, like, bare feet walking down, like, cement. And there's just it was little, like, at least a little kid walking down the road.
Yeah,
like, that's scary, I think.
You got to kill it.
I got to kill it.
Or, like, a clown, or, you know, like... Well, sometimes in the summer in the old Green Street, you go outside and there'd be, like, kids, like, fucking just milling around when you're unloading at, like, 1:30 in the morning. Like, I didn't like that. Why are those kids outside? Are they fucking lost children? Are they fucking vampires? I don't like it at all. But that's scary. You don't think, like, you wouldn't, if you walked out and there was just a kid walking down the street at, like, 3 in the morning, that wouldn't be scary to you? No. Well. Why is that kid there?
I don't know, but when I was a kid, I'd go randomly out at that hour of the day.
Because your parents didn't love you, but like most kids are supposed to be in the house.
No, and I think that, and I'm certainly not discounting your phobia, but I think that is pretty much like equates to horror, is things in places they shouldn't be. Like that just is creepy, so. I don't know if a fear of something or a phobia of something. I don't know if there's a distinction, but I think what Aries described, jumping out of a moving vehicle to get away from something is pretty big.
That's actually what made me think of it, because like I ran into my house without.
But I mean, that's seeing a small child walking down the road at 1 in the morning. That's fairly distinctive. Like, if you saw a child walking down the road at 1 in the afternoon, you're not going to be bothered by it.
Right.
It's definitely time and place, and
yeah.
Cecil says the more out of place a doll is, the scarier it is.
Yep. yeah. My aunt had a doll that looked like almost like a porcelain madam, and it was like in a rocking chair,
Yep.
And they would like it would get moved around the house sometime. I don't like it at all. Not to talk out of school, but one of my favorite podcasters, Eric Newell, is afraid of an Uncle Traveling Matt doll from Fraggle Rock that he had at his house.
That's interesting. And by the way, I'm going to try to put Spring and Resolution on our Amazon store if you guys want to check those out. They are on Shudder though, so if you do have Shudder, you can just, if you have a subscription already, you basically watch them for free. So
cool.
So I think that's going to start to wrap things up here. Next week, I don't know what we're going to do about what we're going to do for the second segment, if we're going to do a question or whatever. Maybe we'll see if we can get a guest in studio or something like that, and maybe that'll help to determine what we do. But we're due. We haven't had a guest in a while, so maybe we'll put out some feelers and see.
I'm not going to be here, so there's room.
Okay, so Mars will not be in studio, but he will be joining us via Skype.
I'll be not in studio the next 2 weeks, which sucks.
Next 2 weeks.
Well, I get a podcast in my underwear though, so that's good.
Oh, that's a good mic. All right, we out, Johnny?
Well, you want to be? Is it, you have a fear of continuing on?
Yeah,
I do.
All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and say our goodbyes. Let's start with MZ.
Hey, arrivederci, douchebags.
What do you want me to say?
All right, Aries.
Goodbye.
By the way, I'm adding Spring right now. It is 1088 for the multi-format. That's Blu-ray and digital copy. Yeah,
wow, that's worth it.
It's fucking $11. So
yeah, that's a deal, man.
Yeah, it's a real good deal. So if you guys want to check it out, if you order it like ASAP, you may be able to get it in time for next week. Raven Shadow.
Live fast, love hard, die with your mask on.
Is that a phobia? Down with your mask on?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a kink. A bit of a fetish there.
I wrote a song that stole that once, but I realized that I stole part of the hook from an Iron Maiden song.
Oh really?
Yeah, for Die With Your Boots On.
Okay.
All right, Mars, say goodbye.
Remember Chilafa.
What?
See you later.
What?
They
remember. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Can we go?
Well, that's why we're saying goodbyes.
Remember, don't go anywhere. It's better don't go anywhere.
Stay
Wherever
inside.
you go, stay in the house.
All those phobias
are out there. Yeah.
Stay inside.
All right.
No little kids in your house.
Yeah, well, that's going to do it. Thanks to everyone who checked us out, who hung out with us in the live chat, who's going to listen to this on the podcast. And looking forward to next week. We're going to talk about The Endless. If you want to play along at home and send us your feedback, please feel free. Podcast at trickortreatradio.com. And if you guys have yet to go ahead and leave us a 5-star review, please do so. Head on over to Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to it. Give us 5 stars and let people know what you think, so they can, also, I don't know. I'm tired, so they can know why you like it so much. There you go. All right, so that is going to do it. We will see you guys next week. We're going to talk about The Endless, and who knows, maybe we'll have someone in the studio. We'll see. We'll see you then.